Good afternoon and welcome to Gateshead International Stadium. This is the Heed Army podcast, bringing you full match live commentary here for this National League encounter between Gateshead and Altrincham. And there has been a number of these games in recent years. Mark, I actually overheard our colleague from BBC saying that this is the 8th encounter in 3 years because we've had quite a few cup games, haven't we?
Yeah, it's something I put to Mike Williamson after the midweek win was that, these are two sides that, although there's been changes, they do know a lot about each other. The two managers know a lot about each other. Two similar styles of play. So it's going to make for an intriguing contest. But we'll break away for what's happening.
We'll break away. Just as we were going to mention this in the build-up, but it's happened a little bit earlier than thought. Gateshead club captain Greg Ollie made his 200th appearance against Wealdstone on Tuesday night, and at the moment he's just about represented by Mike Williamson and Ian Watson as commemorative shirt with Ollie 200 on the back. And Mark, I remember seeing the highlights of him in the first game he played for the club away to Maidstone, I think it was, or Maidenhead, one of the two, where he scored a beautiful Ollie-esque, what has become a classic Ollie goal, curling shot into the top right-hand corner.
The squad numbers are getting ridiculous, aren't they?
Yeah, wearing number 200 on the shirt.
Ridiculous. Look, Greg, and I've done stuff with him in the past, and I've got a piece planned with him as well. Not that he knows that yet. But you look at where he's come from, released by Newcastle, released by Hull, and he is the embodiment of what can be done, after being released by a football league club, a Premier League club at the time. He's come to Gateshead, probably a little bit of an unknown, despite the fact he's from the region, and has just been fantastic.
Well, you led me into it as well. Local lad as well. I think it's the first player in quite some time to get to 200 games for Gateshead. Of course, in recent years, there's been a high turnover of players. I don't know if this is factually correct, but one of the last players to do it would have been the likes of James Curtis, the Phil Turnbulls and Craig Baxters of this world. He certainly goes down in that ilk, doesn't he? Not out of place with those names in club history.
No, I mean, 200 appearances for this club, and you think of everything that the club went through when he joined in, the enforced relegation, but he stayed true to the club. He had offers from higher levels. He stayed with Gateshead. He's helped the club to Wembley. He's helped them to a league title for him.
As captain as well.
As captain, yeah. He's done all the things that you want of a player, but also he's just hit every level that he's needed to on the pitch. Legend gets banded around far, far too much these days in football. But there is no doubt for me that Greg Ollie will go down whenever his time at Gateshead comes to an end as a club legend.
I'd go back to I'll say an infamous conversation between myself, you and Paul Dixon when we found out it hadn't been actually announced. It was a pre-season friendly, the first one a couple of seasons ago at Hebburn. And we all said he's definitely good enough, but can he keep the consistency? And well, he answered that question more than enough times.
I think what I've noticed this season about Greg is his game's maybe changed slightly. His position sort of a bit of a floating position now, isn't it? He's playing in behind Marcus Denanga with Conor McBride today, we should say. Well, she'll come on to that in a minute. So he's kind of got a little bit of freedom as well to go and cause problems wherever he kind of wants to do, but also fitting into the structure that Mike Williamson and Ian Watson set up. So I think he's in recent games, probably admit he wasn't at his best on Tuesday night against Wealdstone, but
still got an assist.
He still got an assist. He still made an impact on the game, and he still causes problems. You can see opposition defenders don't know what to do with him at times. Do you go and track him and leave spaces in behind, or do you just hold off and let him have the ball? I think it's either way can cause issues. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. He'll be a big player today as well.
It certainly is. And Greg Ollie will be leading out the sides this afternoon. I will go through the teams very, very shortly, but a little bit of in-house housekeeping here for the Heed Army podcast. If you'd like to join us on Thursday at 8 p.m., we'll be talking about this game and, of course, previewing the next game, which escapes me, who we're going to be away to. Actually, it's Stourbridge, isn't it? It's the FA Cup. So, we'll be previewing, getting into the FA Cup mood. We'll be at Gateshead to get through. Also, on top of that as well, we have been nominated for the Football Content Awards. Voting does close tomorrow. I'm going to put up on the screen here. There is a link in the description of this stream here on YouTube. And if you'd like to vote for Heed Army in Best in Non-League Podcast, and also as well, Dan Bell, Gateshead fan, has a popular channel covering non-league football, predominantly Gateshead. If you'd like to vote for him as well, his name is on the screen there. And of course, Gateshead Football Club as well, and they're for their content as well. The great work done by Jack McGragan.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, no problem. Is that what you were going to mention? Was it? It was, yeah.
The club as well, yeah.
Well, there we go. See, we're all on the same page. And as I say, also as well, we for the Heed Army podcast, we do have our 400th show. And we're going to be live from the schooner, which is just over the yonder from where we are, behind the North Stand, just down near the banks of the Tyne. And if you'd like to come along, it is going to be shared with the Gates FC Foundation and the Gateshead Soul, I believe. So we're going to be a little bit of a few raffles there. The people from Patrick have already said they're going to donate a prize for the raffle. Mickey as well has done some sterling work with a design agency that have been putting up some lovely stuff locally on for all the teams, all the sports. And they're going to make a commemorative picture. We're going to get signed as well and framed, and we'll get that out as well. And I'd like to say a big thank you to Paul, the manager at the schooner. He's been a big supporter of the Heed Army podcast over the years. We've broadcasted from his other establishment, the 3 Tons in Gateshead as well. But the 400th show, everyone's invited. Come along if you can. It should be a lovely night. And we're also having a cake made for us, Mark. A podcast-themed cake by the lovely Jenny McCauley. She made a Gateshead shirt that went viral in a cake not so long ago. So we thank her. So that's the housekeeping done, as it were. We do have the game here in front of us now. We're waiting for the teams to come back out in the next 8 minutes. But this is how they line up. I'm presuming Lewis Banks wearing number 2 isn't the goalkeeper on the team sheet here, but it starts at number 2. Lewis Banks, Eddie Jones, Lewis Baines, the captain, James Jones, Elliot Osborne, Isaac Marriott, Chris Clark, Joshua Almanzura, Jake Cooper, and Ethan Ross, and Alex Newby, who has signed on loan at Altrincham recently. Dior Angus is on the bench, as is Sam Roscoe, Justin Donawana, Owen German, and Matthew Gould. When Gateshead, I'll quickly go through the lineup. I'll do it again when the teams come back out. But Archie Mayer in goal, Kenton Richardson, Robbie Tinkler, Joe Grayson, Ed Francis, Regan Booty, Luke Hannant, Jordan Hunter comes back in for the suspended Stephen Wern, but he'll be in that right wing back position. Greg Holly, Conor McBride, and Marcus Denanga. On the benches, Louis Story, Tom Allen, Aidan Rutledge, Connor Panny, and Billy Chadwick. And as ever, what we've been able to see a lot this season, unlike this time last year, a strong benchmark.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking earlier on with someone about the home game against Aldershot Town, where the bench was probably as I can't say that.
Depleted.
Yeah, we'll say depleted, yeah. It wasn't a great bench. There weren't many options for Mike Williamson and Ian Watson. It was a difficult day, that one. But you look at it now, and there are genuine options. And we talk about the players that aren't even the matchday squad as well. Cole Magnay, people like Cole.
Whelan.
Yeah, Callum Whelan's out. So there are other options to come in as well. So it's it's a good time for Gateshead. You look at the players, as I say, people like Whelan aren't in. Obviously, Stephen Wern suspended as well today. But you've still got a strong 16.
Well, at the moment as well, even if you didn't have the suspension of Stephen Wern, Conor McBride is certainly cementing a stake to be in the starting lineup, as is Jordan Hunter, who will may feel a little bit aggrieved of late. Of course, Lofthouse came in, who's competing for the same place.
Lofthouse as well.
Yeah, Lofthouse as well. Yeah, another player that we've got there. But scoring goals from the right wing back position, he'll feel that he'll be wanting to put a display out there today to show that why he should be starting at right wing back.
Yeah, I think Jordan's done pretty well since he's come in. But I think the one thing I would look at with him is that he is still settling into this level. He's still only 2 months into playing in the top level in non-league football. I think he's done fantastically well, but there still is a little need for patience with him. He will get better and better. I firmly believe that. I saw enough from at South Shields to know what he's capable of. I think he was very unfortunate not to get game time at Sunderland when he was there, in terms of a senior environment anyway. And I think he will hopefully put on a bit of a show today, as you say.
Definitely. Well, a young man that's played under some of the best of English football, Kevin Phillips and Stephen Gerrard at his time at Liverpool as well, Jordan Hunter. But just before we go any further as well, big thank you to our sponsors, Northern Print Solutions on the podcast, on the audio stream, and of course our friends Patrick as well. And they've got a big banner on our right-hand side. I don't know if it'll be picked up on camera, but if it is on camera, as I say, welcome to everybody on the National League TV stream. We do appreciate you joining us, and we hope that the game, whether you're a Gateshead fan or Altrincham fan, does entertain this afternoon. And you can message us on the Heed Army podcast on the YouTube stream, as a number of people have already done. We've had Heed Army Forever has put hello. We've got Andy Lom has put how are the lads, live commentary and chores. Oh, the joy. And apparently he's got flights to come over at Christmas as well for the York matches. So fantastic stuff. And he's asking if the polo shirts are on sale before the game. I believe they are in the club shop. With Sean Parry, it's put afternoon lads, come on the Heed. And we've got the lovely Liv Walden as put good afternoon from the very West Highlands. Well,
It says wet.
Wet Highlands. See, there you go. First mistake of the day.
It's two very different things.
It is very, very, very different. If someone says you need to go wet along that road instead of west. But yeah, we are waiting the teams to come out here at Gateshead International Stadium. National League action here. 4th versus 6. Altrincham and won the last 4 games. Gateshead won the last 4 and the last 5. It's a form game for both teams, and I say an important one for both teams, because we are still very early into the season, and either side that gets a win here today does give them a little bit of breathing and wiggle room going into the next few games, because of course Gateshead do have a tough run in the next few weeks.
They do, very tough, and I think that makes today's game even more important. I look at the likes of going to Solihull's and places like that. It's going to be a tough.
Yeah, Rochdale and Chesterfield, plus
on it as well.
Yeah,
coming up,
FA Cup as well. Stourbridge coming up. So there is a lot of tough games coming up here at Gateshead International Stadium. Well, away from Gateshead International Stadium, that is. So it makes it imperative today, and also that for Altrincham as well. They'll be wanting to try and climb a little bit higher up from 6th place and keep them away from the teams below them. But Mark, the National League table has been very tight at the moment, and we're still. Yes, there is a few teams breaking away at the top. They've got a little bit of a point cushion there. But we look at Wealdstone, just talking about the game we played on Tuesday night. A team that played an entertaining brand of football, but you could easily see them go on a 3-game run and get themselves right up next to the playoffs.
I said on Tuesday, I thought Wealdstone are far, far better than their league position suggests, and I think you'll find a similar challenge today against Altrincham. Like to get the ball down, like to play it, like to press, as we've seen many, many times. When these two sides play each other.
I mean, we looking at this side here. You've got Con Clark there, of course. Jay Cooper, Gateshead fans are familiar with. But I mean, they've lost players. Of course, Marcus Denanga, Ryan Collarclough. They're still a formidable force, though. The league table shows that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talent in that squad. There's a lot of experience in that squad. I watched the game against Hartlepool a couple of weeks ago on the stream, and it was a cracking game. They probably just about deserved the edge of the game, I thought. But
now, there is a name that's sticking out, Alex Newby, and I believe he might have played in a game we've commentated on before. Chorley, I think he was there with his brother as well, wasn't he, at the time? There's the 2 Newby brothers.
Yeah, I think looking at Alex, he's got plenty of quality. I think he's a Barrow as well. Someone that is more than capable of competing at this level and shining at this level. But you look right the way through the side. There's talent right the way through. It's Football League experience right the way through as well. It's Ethan Ross, by the way, the keeper, 29.
Ethan Ross.
I'll just click there. That is annoying that it's written like that.
Yeah.
But yes.
But yeah, no, very strong side, and it's Elliot Osborne as well, a very commanding player there for Altrincham. But we await the teams to come out very soon, and if you're just joining us, a warm welcome. We are broadcasting in 2 places at the moment, on National League TV and on YouTube, the Heed Army podcast. And just before we go any further, we have been nominated, the Heed Army podcast, for the Football Content Awards. And if you go on our social media, there's plenty of links. And if you would like to vote, the voting closes tomorrow. And why not vote for Gateshead as well, and Dan Bell Sports TV, DB30 Sports TV. It's in the same bit. Best in non-league, and we're podcasting. He is video. So see if we can get a good representation at the Football Content Award finals. And that is held at Anfield. So we'll be down there representing the podcast, and hopefully you never know. We might get mentioned on the night. Don't think we're going to win, but if we're in it, may as well try.
What win with that attitude, Dave?
Yes, I know, but I'm just realistic. I think we enjoy what we do. We're not big-headed, but if you're inclined to vote, that would be very, very nice. And who knows?
I don't know what the delay is here. We've gone past 3 o'clock.
It is 3 o'clock. We are waiting for the teams to come out here momentarily. So we'll let you know when they do come, and we'll go through the lineups once again. I'll quickly go through Altrincham. It's Ethan Ross in goal, Lewis Banks, Eddie Jones, Lewis Baines, James Jones, the captain, Elliot Osborne, Isaac Marriott, Chris Clark, Joshua Alamazu, I'll get that right, Jake Cooper, Ethan Ross, and Alex Newby. On the bench is Dior Angus, Sam Roscoe, Justin Donowa, Owen German, and Matthew Gold. There's Mike Williamson and Ian Watson walk out to the home dugout, and we await the teams. We did joke on that at half time. One of the Gateshead players was very late out for toilet roll. I don't know if that's happened again. So we've got 1 second. I've got a message here. When the Heat Army win at Hanfield, we demand Klopp with a Klopp Romanda replay. Very good. It'd be nice if we won, but if we get mentioned, that's just as well. There's some fantastic podcasts that have been nominated, and just to be in their company is something very special, because we're not the biggest podcast, but we cover the best team. Tongue in cheek there, but to be nominated is very nice, and who knows? It is down to a fan and judge vote, so let's hope the judges like what they hear and see. But we hope that you like and hear what you see this afternoon. Gateshead versus Altrincham. If you're just joining us, we are still waiting for the teams to come out here at Gateshead International Stadium. Now, I did play Weatherman on Tuesday night, but it is nice and mild here this afternoon, Mark. I'm sure it'll dip towards half-time. Mark's shaking his head in disappointment as if to say you've ruined it. But what isn't going to ruin it is the teams coming out onto the pitch now. Altrincham led out by Jones, Gateshead by Greg Ollie. This will be his 201st appearance in a Gateshead shirt, and this is the team he leads out. Archie Mayer in goal, Kenton Richardson, Robbie Tinkler, Joe Grayson, Ed Francis, Regan Booty, Luke Hannant, Jordan Hunter, of course the captain Greg Ollie, Conor McBride, and Marcus Denanga. On the bench for Gateshead is Louis Story, Tom Allen, Aidan Rutledge, Conor Panny, and Billy Chadwick. And we're all set up for this, and we hope you are at home wherever you're listening from in the world. You can message us, let us know where you're listening from, and we'll give you a shout out in a break in play. But at the moment, the teams, Mark, they're going through the handshakes, and we mentioned about 5 minutes ago, a very, very important game for both sides.
Yeah, huge. Both have made pretty solid starts to the season. Pretty impressive. Probably underplayed that a bit. Very good starts to the season. We are now 2 months in, and I think both are pretty much will be happy with where they are in the league. I think we can class these as 2 playoff contenders, 2 sides that are really in that top 7 mix. So that makes today, anytime you can take points off a side in and around these tables, it makes it a big game. So, and
also something we haven't mentioned, this is the great strides that Altrincham have made. This is only their 2nd season as full time.
Yeah,
like ourselves, stronger back end to the season they had. And obviously, I did mention as well, Denanga left last season, so did Ryan Colliclough. But they've been able to, adapt and bring in players like Gateshead. They've went out and found fresh blood and, revitalised their team.
Well, I remember seeing Phil Parkinson when he was in charge at Nantwich Town, and he was always a manager that liked attacking football, he liked getting the ball down and playing it. And I think he's taken what he did at Nantwich into what he's doing at Altrincham. It's no surprise to me that, I hope Altrincham fans don't mind me saying this, but if he is a manager, I think that's
catching the eye
in clubs higher up, much the same as a certain other manager we could mention in the other dugout. There will be 2 young managers that are being viewed at as potential Football League managers, but, and I dare say this, they'll both be managers that will want to become Football League managers with their current clubs.
Well, let's certainly hope so. It'd be good as Mike Williamson gives a wave there. It wasn't to us, it was to the crowd. But just a little mention there to the away following on the far side. Altrincham have come up in their numbers, the Tyneside today. They're in the East Stand. And dare I say, about 100 of them there have made their journey up. So hopefully we'll be able to hear them throughout the commentary if they can make themselves heard on the far side. But the Heat Army behind us in the Tyne stand. They're full of voice, and it's filled up quite nicely around here, Mark. Should be a very good crowd.
It does look a very good crowd.
And looks like Altrincham will be kicking us off. They're shooting towards the Fellin end, Gateshead towards the Tyne River, and we are all set up, ready to go. Altrincham in their red and white strips, black shorts, Gateshead in their familiar white with black trim, the Patrick shirts here, and we're all ready to go for this National League game, and hopefully we're on for a game just as entertaining as Tuesday night.
Should be nice to get started.
It would.
6 minutes past 3.
Well, there we go. Hazard to say this will be one of the games late to finish this afternoon, but the ball pumped up the pitch by Altrincham and goes straight out for a goal kick to Gateshead.
Yeah, straight away there you see an Altrincham high press and 5-man edge of the box. It's turned into very similar to what we said against Wealdstone, where it's sort of 5v5 both ends of the pitch and then nothing in the middle.
Well, we'll see how effective the Altrincham pressure can be on the Gateshead defence as they try and build out. Taken short to Archie Mayer, who just trots forward, or canters, not even that, it's just a slow walk, but he pumps it up towards Ollie, who lets it bounce through. Hannon couldn't get to the ball. Sorry, not Hannon, to Hunter. Hunter's on the far side, who just beaten to the ball again there. Gateshead trying to win back possession, but it's going to be played forward by Baines. And now Altrincham try and build a nice little flick on the edge of the box, but there was Booty to clear it only as far as the wing. It comes in, and there's, an important tackle there from Hannon to Peels for a penalty, but it was Banks that just ghosted in there at the back post, I think. And they'll have to keep an eye on that, because I thought he was just going to play something at the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a good tackle in the end. He's done well, Hannon. He's kept his concentration, but I can see why there were shouts for a penalty.
Yeah, it's also we're not blessed with replay from our vantage point, but if it was a good tackle, it was inch perfect. But
it had to be.
Hannon plays it back to Archie Mayer. All in pink this evening, this afternoon, should I say?
Well, pretty much is this evening by the time we got kicked off.
And his counterpart, Ethan Ross, classic green, short sleeves though. There's Archie Mayer, not in any hurry here. They just Gateshead, they're going to take it in their own time here. It's an interesting technique to stifle the pressure from the defense, but he's went long, bounces all the way through, and it's going to be nice control. Played around the defense now. Jones pumps the ball over the top, nobody there, and Gateshead can get possession back through Grayson. Calmly gives it back to Archie Mayer.
See how long it takes this time. Great atmosphere.
It's a good. I know it's very, very early. We're only third minute in, but it's going to be a game of cat and mouse here to see other attackers are going to close down Archie Mayer here. Now the ball goes through the middle, goes out to Hunter. It's got Ollie, who he uses. Back out to Hunter. Quickly closed down, but Richardson can collect the ball. Francis, who did look a little bit like the Lone Ranger when he came on the pitch on Tuesday night with the bruised eyes. Put the ball back with Archie Mayer. Gateshead, we say casual at the back at the moment with the tempo, but Denanga tries to bring the ball down on the far side. He did, but the defense there, Eddie Jones had to put it out. There's more caution than anything else there. Hunter just played down the line. He's asking a lot of Ollie to get round it, but now Con Clark can play it back.
Good press from Gateshead.
Ethan Ross with the clearance. Brought down by Francis, or chipped forward, should I say. And now Jones can play it up the wing to Con Clark, who goes down. Referee says nothing there. And Gateshead with the ball in the middle of the park. Francis gives it to Grayson just inside his own half. Gets it to Hannant. He nearly tried to turn well there, Booty, but now Altrincham on the break as Alamazur, a little bit of trickery, threads it through, and now Marriott goes for a shot and pulls it over the top there. And if he just had have kept his composure, I know he was hitting it on the run there.
Someone down here.
There is a player down. But hopefully he's all right. Hopefully not a head injury. But going back to Isaac Marriott's chance there, a little bit more composure. I think that would have drilled into the top right-hand corner.
Yeah, I mean, once he's got in there, your first thing you want to do is hit the target, and he's just lashed at it a bit. It's gone well over in the end. But that's a bit of a let-off for Gateshead, because you look, when he gets in behind, it's on his favourite foot. Just hit the target. The keeper make a save at very least.
It was Con Clark that was holding his neck there when he got up, so hopefully he's all right. Still holding his neck. I didn't see any connection there. I don't know if he slipped and fell awkward or if there was something off the ball. But Mayer goes up long towards Dinanga, who's definitely being held. The referee shakes his head. His arms were around his chest. Well, we'll give credit. The referee's consistent. As the ball bounces all the way through to Grayson, who lets it go out. Going to quickly take the throw to Robbie Tinkler, who is the centre of the back three for Gateshead, the linchpin. As Booty gives it back to Mayer. Mayer calmly gives it out to Richardson. Back to Mayer.
Strange start.
Yeah, it's...
and
there we go. A little bit of communication error there as Richardson does keep it in on the far side. Just back to Mayer. Mayer pumps it down the channel and out it goes for a throw. And just a little bit of lack of communication there.
Just something not quite clicked in these early stages for Gateshead.
Well, Altrincham happy to do as Gateshead do and build from the back. Ball all the way back to Ethan Ross. Pings the ball out to find Banks. It's going to roll out of play for a throw-in. Jones, the captain, will quickly take it to Osborne. Osborne with a crossfield ball.
Mike Williamson very animated in the early stages.
I think he wants us to settle a little bit better than what we have, but Osborne carries the ball forward, puts it out, and a poor pass goes straight out for a throw on the far side. Tinkler receives the ball just inside the area. Gated zone area, I should say. Ball across to Grayson. Ball.
It's not the worst ball.
Up for Dinanga to try and chase onto. Does very well to hold it up. Was he tripped there? Referee says yes, but he waited. I don't know if he's trying to play. See, there's an advantage there, but he did say it. But this is an opportunity for Gateshead to whip one in.
Did brilliant there. Dinanga just got in front of Cooper, and I don't think the Altrincham man will be overly pleased with that, because he's a bit lackadaisical there. Just allowed Marcus to get in front of him.
Well, he was off balance there as well. He wasn't fully planted on the ground when he controlled that. But Francis can put this in. We did see a similar free kick on Tuesday night where it was Kenton Richardson was asking for the ball with a late run at the back post. Will we see something familiar as Kenton is trotting up now towards the back end of where it is. Ball going out there towards. There's a lot of holding, both teams. And the ball goes straight through, but out for a throw to Gateshead.
Oh, I'm going to see Greg Ollie long throw.
Quite possibly there. Dare I say, Parkinson's done a little bit of his homework there. He's seen the two big men with the run at the back. They were blocked. Greg Ollie, the captain, launches the ball into the 6-yard box. Oh, it's headed over. Oh, Dinanga, was he pulled down? Referee! Wow. Well, Ethan Ross is down on the floor injured. Gateshead have picked up the ball, and now Gateshead get the ball to Hannant. Keeper is still down, and now he stopped it. And Ethan Ross, he did go down straight away there, but what a pull that looked.
It's a Stonewall penalty. He's got his arms round him. He's been dragged to the floor. And if not, Dinanga scores there, by the way.
Yeah, it's,
we always try and
contentious moments, but
we always try and be balanced, don't we? But that, to me, looked a penalty.
Looked Stonewall there, but, someone's being pulled to the ground. Well,
didn't see who was pulling him.
I was concentrating on following the ball and with Dinanga at his feet, but
Mr. Marsden not making any fans on either side here.
Credit to Greg Ollie for the throw and the nod on as well, because that was quite a congested part of the 6-yard box there when the ball come in.
I think Con Clark's struggling,
Yeah, he doesn't look the happiest, does he, at the moment? Ball over the top for Dinanga to chase. It's going to be pumped back up the pitch. Grayson can just arc his run, and that rolls out for a throw to Gateshead just near the run dugout. We'll take it a little bit further down the pitch. Grayson plays the ball over the top, looking for the run of Denanga, but there was the big defender in Jake Cooper to pump it clear.
2 loan spells, didn't he? Here?
Yeah, he did, yeah. Now he's on loan from Rotherham. Player that you thought might have played at a higher level, still might in his career yet. But
well played. That's good.
Good footwork from McBride. And now Booty looks to keep the ball moving. He was hoping to get it out to Hunter there, but credit to the Altrincham midfield. They closed it down, stopped that pass. Gateshead have to try and work down the left-hand side as the ball is played off an Altrincham player.
Gateshead looking to be a little bit more direct than normal here. I don't know if they've identified something with.
And that's they think they've got a better bit of pace here, or they can get in behind the channels doing that better than they can with their normal approach as the ball goes over the top again for Denanga. They think he must have the beating of Jake Cooper in the pace. But as we know from his spells here at Gateshead, Jake Cooper very good in the air.
He is very good in the air, yeah. Did well in the very first season, didn't he? When he got the playoffs, I think he scored in the playoff eliminator, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah. As the ball has been headed up towards the Gateshead defence, brought down by Gateshead, but not very well controlled. Osborne had got into it, and now can they get a delivery in the box? As Banks coming at the far post here, and well, Hannon manages to win the header. Gateshead can bring it down and try and play themselves out here, but there wasn't an outlet. And once again, Altrincham can try and build down the left-hand side.
Just lucky moments here from Gateshead.
It was a bit of a blind pass there, wasn't it? Out from Booty. Nobody there. But at the moment, Altrincham just happy to patiently build. Banks has peeled off. Yeah, he's in acres of space on the right-hand side. But the ball from the captain, Jones, finds its way to Almazura. But his ball in turn was poor. And now Denanga and Gateshead are on the break. If he looks up, it's just as well he did, because the players weren't in a position to get it. But Gateshead still in possession of the ball now. Booty. Grayson, left-hand side, back to Booty. Ollie to McBride. Lovely bit of footwork. Carries the ball forward. If he looks up, Hannon, but he puts it inside to Denanga, and just too many red feet there. And it's been cleared.
He could have given it to Hannon.
Yeah.
If Hannon was left-hand side on his own. Could be another long throw from Greg coming in.
I think it might be. There's Greg Ollie meanders over there to do this. We've got 13 minutes gone, 0-0 here. And yet again, another end-to-end entertaining game here at Gateshead so far.
Not surprised when these two sides play each other.
As Greg Ollie launches this one in there. And there's this pull on the shirt on Tinkler there. I mean, he didn't go down. The ball goes out for a corner. But
you could see his shirt being pulled. It's not even blatant. Well, it is blatant, sorry.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game being played by the defenders there. They've got away with it so far.
I think they'll only get so many of them, put it that way.
Well, Francis goes across to the far side, ready to take this corner. Deliveries on Tuesday night were very good, whether it was short or long. Let's go short to Ollie. Can they get this into the box? Quickly closed down. There's Hunter, puts the ball in. It's not a bad one. And, well, there was a push there on the shoulders. And he's given it the other way. And a physical battle between attack and defence here in the Altrincham box. And at the moment, Altrincham, in the referee's eyes, coming out on top.
Yeah, it's possibly one to keep an eye on. It will, or tends to, even itself out eventually.
It certainly does. Well, at the moment, Grayson goes up for the header, bounces through to Hannant. Tinkler at the back. Gives it to Archie Mayer, who just backpedals into space. Francis to Tinkler. Tinkler has Grayson in space, but plays it through to McBride, who gives it to Booty, played over the top, and now the foot race is on again between Cooper and Denanga. Cooper does well to play it back to Ethan Ross, who clears it in turn, but Tinkler can nod it back up. Ollie's in acres of space, so the bounce is right. Oh, and that was a push in the back of the head. Well, the referee, he's give it, and it's been taken quickly. Jordan Hunter right-hand side of the box. Can he get a delivery in? He's got teammates to pick out. Gets past his man. Still going.
It's done well there.
Put in. It's towards... And there's another pull on the shirt there. And the referee... Oh, shot! Oh, and it's put wide. The keeper makes a good save from Booty. And without being rose-tinted here, there's a lot of shirt grabbing going on in the Altrincham area.
There is. That looked like it was just deflected wide, didn't it? And it's a good effort from Regan Booty. Good technique. But yeah, it's something to keep an eye on. It really is, because the referee eventually will get sick of it.
Well, Greg Ollie comes across to this near side to take the corner. It's going to come in right-footed.
Been a really good first 15, though.
Well, I think Ian Watson's a little bit fed up with the shirt pulling as well as he talks to the fourth official. In comes the delivery this time, right into the centre, fisted clear, but only as far as the screams for shoot come up, but he puts it back into the mixer. And it's just been clear. Lovely little flick. And now Altrincham on the break. Con Clark goes for a long distance shot to chip the keeper. And as maybe aesthetically pleasing that would have been if it had come off, you've got to be a bit annoyed if you're one of his teammates making a run on the left-hand side there.
Well, if I'm Alex Newby making a 60-yard run and I've got a free run on goal and he's trying to score from about 40 yards out, I'd be having words.
Well, goal kick to Gateshead. Taken short, as is the Gateshead way.
Getting a bit windy, isn't it?
It is just starting to build up there. As commentators' curses, I said it was a lovely mild day, but
I'm not going to be funny here, Dave. But the next time you say that at a game, I'm going to punch you squarely in the face.
Deservedly so. That's all I can say. As the ball headed clear, Newbury nods it on, but couldn't guide it towards a teammate, and Tinkler can bring it down under pressure on Clark, though.
Well done.
Back to Archie Mayer. Well, the game has settled somewhat at the moment. Gates are just having a little bit of the better of the play, but as we've seen, Altrincham can turn attack into defense into attack pretty quickly. There's Newby, plays it inside to Osborne. Osborne's got the runner of... he didn't see him, but it goes to the captain, Jones. Banks, he's just on the shoulder there, isn't he, all the time, the right wing back. He's getting up into some dangerous positions for Altrincham. But Gateshead not getting forward in numbers, but still in possession. Now the ball comes to Hannant. Intercepted by the captain and stopped the break. And Booty has given away the free kick. Tackle from behind. Mike Williamson's not happy. And the fourth official, he's over towards the Gateshead box there. He's not obviously trying to keep the Gateshead bench calm. As the ball comes across to Jones. Plays the ball forward to Almazura. Gets the ball back. Jones. It was a foul. He's given a free kick here. And the referee let it being taken quickly. Almazura has the ball. Lays it off. Bennett. Not Barrett. Marriott, sorry, not Bennett. Jones. And the ball to Con Clark. Tried to drop deep and it just skids through towards the keeper.
John Hunter's made a great run.
Just hadn't turned in time, Francis, there to see it. But Hunter, much like Banks on the right-hand side, he's getting into some decent positions. But Gateshead now can try and build in midfield as McBride has a man on in the captain, Jones. Does he dance past him? He doesn't. Jones holds himself up really well. But Gateshead managed to get the ball back. McBride poked it through, and now he has the ball in the edge of the area. Goes for a shot himself. Straight into the hands of the keeper, down at his feet.
I think that early ball's on all the time, for Denanga. He's looking to get him behind. It's definitely something Gateshead have identified. At the minute, it hasn't quite clicked. But when they get the opportunity, they will try it again.
Yeah, it's certainly something that repeatedly try, and something they changed their style a little bit for.
That was a dreadful rollout, by the way, by Ross.
Well, throw into Gateshead just inside the Altrincham half. There's Kenton Richardson wants some movement. He wants someone to give this ball to, as Ollie.
Anyone will do that.
There we go. Now Booty gets it back to Richardson. Who does he keep it in? He doesn't, and it's a throw in to Altrincham on the far side. And we are 20 minutes in, 0-0.
Not the greatest passage play, that was it, by both sides.
Yeah. It's waiting for Altrincham to take this throw. Down the left-hand side, Clark just lays it off to Newby. Ollie tries to close it down and now try and build. It's a nice passing from Altrincham. Turned by Newby to get it up the pitch. Inside lovely read by Grayson. The ball nearly got through to Denanga. Ollie does well though. Denanga pounces on the loose ball, lays it off to Booty. Booty goes for his shots and was always rising. Just seemed to lean back when he hit it.
I don't think that was ever
as
on.
you mentioned, it has been the passage of play from both sides has been slick at times, but just that cut and finishing movement both sides are capitalising on and intercepting the poor passing.
Yeah, it's just again, I think there's moments of promise, but there's something just not quite clicking on both sides. I've said that 3 times now. Stuff. Yeah, you can see that there's going to be goals in this game. I'm utterly convinced by that. It's just a case of getting that breakthrough.
Well, Archie Mayer just slows it down again to a stop. As you say, he's looking for the ball up to Denanga. Chests it down. Couldn't get it towards his teammate, but he's still battling for the ball. It's up in the air, brought down by Marriott. And Gateshead chasing the ball at the moment as Cooper gives it to Jones. Jones takes a touch, just plays it inside to Marriott. Baines. Eddie Jones on the far side. Plays it back. Marriott dropped deep to turn with the ball. Does very well. Gated man marking them being pulled out of position as they drive forward of the ball onto him. Cuts inside with it. Still going. He's got Marriott there who started the move. Can he put a delivery into the box? Just has to cut back onto his stronger foot there. Yeah, and now Marriott plays the ball forward to Alamazura, who tries to put it through to Newby. Newby did. Now Clark, edge of the area, tries to pull the trigger. Went into a crowded box and get to come away with the ball. And now Hunter, right-hand side, crosses the halfway line. Ollie's breaking forward, and Ollie is there. Cooper comes across, and the shot was, I think, just a tired one.
I think he's trying to chip. He's trying to chip Ross there, hasn't he?
Yeah,
just hasn't got enough on it. But good break from Gateshead. Yeah, looked threatening. Good waiting on the pass from Jordan Hunter.
Yeah, Ollie and Hunter linking up well down that right-hand side. There's Ross. Clears the ball up over the halfway line. Tinkler nods it up towards Ollie, who manages to get towards McBride. And alternate players went into each other. McBride dives in.
It's going to be off here, by the way. It's going to be off here.
He won the ball, but he caught the man. The referee wants to have a word with McBride, and, well, was he off the floor?
It's going to be off.
I think he could be. He's talking to the fourth official here. The fourth official's seen something, or is it from the bench? But McBride, the ball was there to be won, but the question is, was he off the ground?
He wasn't off the ground.
And so he lunged in with one leg.
By the way, I'm not saying I think it was a red. I just think the referee will give it.
I'll say we're not blessed with replays here. I don't know if the National League TV are showing that back over, but initial things, it's a 50-50 ball. I thought he got it.
That is yellow. Fair enough.
Yeah, yellow card.
I agree. I thought he got a touch on the ball, but it's difficult to see from the angle where we're at.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't say with 100% accuracy, but
I'll tell you what I did see, and I thought this had been outlawed, but I'm fairly certain Jay Cooper went in with the old
the hand up, the yellow,
hand up asking for a yellow or a red, and now I thought that was meant to be a yellow card now. But
the wind is getting up here at Gateshead Stadium at the moment. So we're about 24 minutes in here because we did kick off 6 minutes late.
Not helpful for those of us with
deadlines. Well, a referee is going to get us back underway here.
I could be wrong, but I think Ian Watson's making that point we just said there about the imaginary yellow card going up.
Yeah. Well, not always what you want to see from a former player as well. But the ball comes through to Tinkler, who gets a touch on it, goes higher up in the air than anywhere else, but it's going to fall on the far side to Jones, who puts it back to Banks and gets it. Not Banks, sorry, it's Baines. Osborne sees the runner on the far side, Newby, but the ball was just too far over. Sorry, it was Eddie Jones with the overlap there. Wow. I'll say we had everything but goals here. Controversial moments to talk about. Notice the four officials very much in communication with the referee at the moment with their headsets. As Mayer goes long looking for Denanga and Clark as the leg from Cooper, Jake Cooper. Hunter does very well. Lays it off. Just hope that the tensions don't continue to flare in this game. It's been an all right one so far, but Denanga's pass just that time wasn't the greatest. But Gateshead poke it through. Been cleared though by Altrincham, and Richardson can win the header. Brought down by Francis. Little flick from Hunter's asking a lot of Ollie. And Con Clark with a nice chest there. He's pulled it back there. And it's a free kick. And the referee is Paul Marsden, making a name for himself this afternoon with the home crowd.
Possibly they were realising there's two teams on the pitch here.
Now. It's been one of those games thus far. Referee.
Well, they always say that a good referee you don't end up talking about. At the minute.
And there was a lunge and tackle. Now that's surely a red card. Both legs went in from Alamazur, and he's going to go straight for a yellow, but that looked a reckless one.
He can't give a yellow. He can't give a red because he hasn't given a red from McBride.
His legs wrapped round him on that tackle.
But I'm just saying,
yeah.
because of what he's done with McBride. He's a lucky boy, because I think if Robbie Tinkler's foot's planted there, he could be looking at a leg break.
Well,
it's not a great tackle.
You
could see it coming though.
It certainly was not in full control of that one there. Robbie Tinkler's up and stinging a little bit, that one there. Yeah, he's limping. So Robbie Tinkler certainly not the type of player to lie down for a free kick. He's up, and Gateshead ping the ball up as Cooper intercepts that ball coming through. Con Clark, Hunter chasing back for it, and now Altrincham, a little slip on the far side. They still have possession though, and now can they carve something out? Up against Hunter, ball comes in, ball cleared to Francis. Ollie lays it off, and Gateshead managing to get the ball away, and that's surely wiped out. It's another yellow. By the way. Has to be a yellow. He took the man out on the line, and well,
I'll be honest, I'll be utterly shocked at this rate if both sides end with 10. Yeah, end with 11.
And
it's a great little touch by Ollie, by the way.
It was. He opened himself up, managed to continue his stride, but was wiped out. And dare I say, it's one of these types of games where a player will pick up two yellows and maybe not the one that deserves to have a red card. For either side, that is. Ollie in the centre circle. McBride's asking for it, but the lovely ball out to Hannant, and they had to do their banks to put it out.
I don't think the Gates would have used that ball enough,
No.
The one to Hannant. He's always on inside the fullback. It's just got to be the right way to pass. A lot of players been to the right-hand side, and I think bring it over the left. I think there's options.
I think both sides have been guilty of that. We've seen Banks make some fantastic runs down the right-hand flank for Altrincham as the ball's dinked in there. It was, Denanga! It looked like it was going to go towards it from our position, but still Gateshead on the edge of the area as McBride needs to be careful. Yeah, free kick because he kicked around him.
Oh, dear.
That's what's going to be the referee's thought process there. Free kick to Altrincham just inside their own area.
I know what you mean, but it's not, is it? Let's be honest, he not even went for it.
If anything, he was trying to lie in front of the ball, which is, the joys. I know the home fans are not in order with the referee at the moment. It'd be interesting to know what the thoughts of Altrincham fans are at the moment. Well, obviously, let's see. It could have been both sides could have been a man down.
Both sides could have had a penalty.
Indeed. It's an interesting afternoon in the National League as Booty puts the ball over the top. The keeper's going to come out to get this. It's just bounced slowly there, didn't it, on the edge of the area? But Ethan Ross can roll it out to Osborne. Osborne plays it to Jake Cooper. Ball played forward. Tinkler all the time in the world to nod that to Booty, who in turn nodded it on, and that was a push in the back. Now, The referee's got a smile on his face when he's saying no to that. I don't know if he's enjoying himself out there, but
some referees enjoy being in the limelight.
wow. Let's hope the adjudicators are watching this one as the ball comes off Ollie. It doesn't go out for a throw, bounces inwards. Gateshead. It's just a little bit scrappy at the moment. You hope no one else lunges in, but Alonso holds the ball up. He's going to play it forward there, and that's Newby on the far side, driving forward. It's Con Clark. Con Clark, left-hand side of the box, tries to play it on forward, and the ball is pulled back. Booty's there to head it clear. Only as far as couldn't get the volley on the edge of the area there, Con Clark. And now it's still with them and deflected off against a player and out. And it's just went very scrappy after those yellow cards that have been handed out.
Yeah, Gateshead there just 6s and 7s a little bit defensively, but managed to get back in shape and block out the shot. But I think this will be a threat, Norton.
Yeah, as I say, they've got some big men. Of course, you've got Cooper coming up there. We also have Lewis Baines coming up. You've got the captain as well, who isn't too short himself, and James Jones. Eddie Jones is going to be the man, though, to whip this in. As Newby comes across to show for the short corner, but he doesn't use him. It goes deep up towards Cooper, who nods it behind.
Well, he's got that wrong as well, by the way.
Yeah, that did seem to come off a Gateshead player.
That's a corner.
Yeah. Well,
now this is interesting. I think Ian Watson's going to get booked here.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Well, he's coming across to talk to the fourth official here. Oh, he wants to speak to both benches. Well, if I'm honest, both managers are rightly to be aggrieved.
They are, but also both managers haven't said a word.
Yeah.
it's not the actual manager that are doing this.
We're still talking here. You might still be talking about Ian Watson, who is...
I think...
There's something else going on here.
I wonder if he...
Is he going to pull back something?
I don't know if his headset's... Or is the fourth official going in the middle? Has he picked up an injury?
He is. Well... The referee has been very sporting here this afternoon at Gateshead International Stadium. He's subbing himself. Here, he's going to be replaced. And this commentator cannot argue with the decision, Mark. That's the best way I can put it and be diplomatic.
I've heard goals celebrated less than that substitution. So it'll be Scott Henry going in the middle.
Does the fourth official have power to say, look, you're getting it wrong here, you've got to come off?
Down the ref.
Well, unusual scenes here at Gateshead Stadium. We are into the 33rd minute. The controversial referee has been substituted here. Didn't look like for injury, didn't pick up a knock. He's just walked over. And
I wonder if this had anything to do with a delay. Before the game.
Well, we have had Jeff Winter, former Premier League referee, on the podcast telling us interesting stories about bowel movements, but he seemed to be staying at the side of the pitch. It doesn't seem to be anything on that related, but at the moment, it is. Paul Marsden leaves, and the fourth official, Scott Henry, is about to come on here.
And at this rate, this game's going to finish at about 6:10 tonight.
Well, he's given him lots of instructions and talking to here, the referee. The fourth official has been watching the game. This does seem a little bit OTT for me, Mark. Well, there we go. Never quite seen that before. I've seen officials being replaced, but I haven't seen...
I don't think he's very well. I'm fairly certain he's just sort of rubbed his stomach when Luke Hannon spoke to him.
Well, the jovial football fans giving the fourth official some encouragement.
Loads of sympathy. Yeah, still 0-0 here, but
we've had a lot of 5-minute stoppage there, and we did kick off 5 minutes late as well, or 6 minutes late here. So,
as I said, Dave, not helpful for those of us with deadlines.
It certainly isn't.
And that's all that matters.
It is. Big thank you to everyone that's joined us here today as well on the commentary and on National League TV. Of course, there is other commentators here today, and we're happy that you've decided to join us for this game. But it's 0-0 at the moment, and it's got its talking points, Mark, so far. There's a ball played over the top for Dinanga. He's going to try and get there before the defender.
Really good defending that.
There's the ball up to Con Clark. Plays it back to Baines. Tinkler. Whoa, look what. Yeah. Gateshead have the ball. Just thought the referee's put the whistle to his mouth there a second. But Booty in the centre circle, pings it out to the right-hand side, looking for the run of Hunter.
It's a lovely idea.
Oh, and just couldn't get to his head to the ball there. But Gateshead can just mop up and pass it back to Archie Mayer. This ball over the top. I think this one's going to have way too much. Oh, held up in the wind there a little bit as Dinanga chased down. Nearly did well, but cleared by Eddie Jones up to Newby, who cuts inside. Turns again, plays it down the line. Con Clark put it back to Baines. Marriott drops deep to keep the ball moving. As Gateshead scrambled to get the ball, but Altrincham do very well, and Newby's asking for the ball through the middle. He has done, and Archie Mayer read it well, comes out and clears the ball into touch. And it was telegraphed, that one a little bit, but it was the right ball.
If the weight of the pass is better there, Gateshead are in trouble. And I just think Mike Williamson might be a bit frustrated with how quickly and how easily Altrincham got out that little area there on the left-hand side. Looked as if they had them boxed in, and then all of a sudden they've got out and had a real chance.
Con Clark does well to get past Tinkler and holds him up.
It should be a booking. Really.
Well,
pull back like that should be a booking. At least he's consistent with the first referee.
Well, we are into the 37th minute, but I hazard a guess we've still got another 12 minutes left here. If we put the stoppage in. Ball over the top. Nodded forward by Baines, but didn't know much about it, and quickly distributed by Gateshead. Ollie on the attack, left-hand side, covers the halfway line. Quickly closed down, but he does very well. If he looks up on the far side, he tries to play off the outside of his boot, but it comes back to him.
Over there.
Now, nice. Ollie through the centre. If he looks up, Hunter's going to do the run. It's a good one. Can he pull it back across? Holds it up on the dead ball line. Plays it back to McBride. McBride just skims past the inside of his ankle, but it's been put out for a throw on the far side.
Didn't make the most of that. A real opportunity.
Well, throw taken to Francis. Grayson, centre circle, plays it forward to Booty. Out to Hannant. Hannant takes a touch, plays it forward. Ollie's wasn't on his toes enough for that one, but he gets in front, but the ball comes off him for a throw to Altrincham. And it's the stoppage hasn't really helped, has it? Either side here, it's just went a little bit scrappy. And
I think Gateshead's best option at the moment in sort of the middle third is Greg Ollie. He's getting in some lovely areas. They're just not finding him at the right time.
Well, it's a physical battle out there at the moment, and Kenton Richardson, first man back, deals with the ball, plays it back to Archie Mayer.
It's a strange game, wasn't it? Just don't really know what to make of it.
When we're talking about the game, you want moments to talk about it, but it's such a one now, a little bit contentious, where you're trying to pick the best words to say about the situation without going in too deep on the referee. But Alamazoo has the ball, right-hand side. He's up against Grayson, tries to take down the dead ball line. It's a good battle, but the ball inside wasn't good enough for Altrincham, and Gateshead can clear the ball. And now it's going to be dealt with by ease by the captain, Jones. Just dinks it over the top. Dinked again, but the ball didn't have the accuracy. The ball up to Dinanga. Cooper had to win it, but now Gateshead can break on the attack now. McBride has Ollie on the left-hand side, who he uses. He needs his options in the box as he comes up to the corner of the box. Plays it through McBride. Can he pull it back? Has to turn. Hannant now. It's on right-hand side, left-hand side of the pitch. Takes it down, crosses it in. Oh, and the finish! What a save! It ricocheted up onto the bar, but Francis just ghosted through as the ball come. And Ethan Ross, well, visiting goalkeepers are having a knack of pulling off fantastic saves here at Gateshead Stadium at the moment.
Yeah, he's done brilliantly there. It's instinctive, purely instinctive. I thought it was in it first, I've got to be honest. But it's just outrageously good from the keeper.
Well, there's the ball up to Dinanga. Dinanga tries to turn his man. It's very niggly out there, and you fear that there's going to be a red card in this game. Ball goes all the way through, out for a goal kick to Gateshead.
It's hard to know who's been the better of the two sides because there's not actually that much between them.
No, it's been entertaining. It's been frustrating, I think, for both sides as well, and not helped by the refereeing situation. But there's a poor ball through the centre, straight to Jake Cooper. Passes the ball forward, out from Marriott now. Newby plays the ball into the centre. Archimere can just wait for that to come through. And it does look like we've had a little bit of a tactical change here. Ollie's playing on the left-hand side behind Dinanga in that attacking midfield option. Normally holds the right-hand side of it.
Could just be a temporary thing. Just Greg was on the left-hand side.
Yeah,
for that
possibly.
Attack. I don't know.
Oh, Gator passing it around the back, making the crowd inhale deeply. There's now the ball up to Dinanga, and Hunter's going to chase it down. Passed back by Jones on the far side. Gets it back from Ross. Does very well to control it. Play it forward. And at the moment, they're just finding the space at the moment, Altrincham with the pass in. There's a needless foul given away by Dinanga. Free kick. Just left a trailing leg for the player to run past. Not malicious, but they weren't really going anywhere with it. Into the 42nd minute. Dare I say, probably another 6 minutes of added on time, you would think here. There's been one or two little injuries, but the referee was the main one. Well, the substitution, should we say, as Gateshead play the ball out here as Hunter just gets it caught under his feet and Newby dispossesses him. Far side, he does get the ball back, does very well. Ball forward to Dinanga, he's mile offside. He was about 5 yards off there when the ball was played.
It's a lovely ball, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Hunter.
Well, we now wait for the free kick to be taken on the left-hand side of the pitch for Altrincham.
It's a high line Gateshead I've got here.
Banks again, and then Jones is going through the centre, who looks like is the target man, and nodded forward. He does so, but not many people there to challenge Hammond for it. Francis turns. There we go to Grayson. Grayson to Booty. Booty quickly closed down, goes down.
It's not a foul, by the way.
That is, I'd be aggrieved if I was an Altrincham fan there.
Very aggrieved by that one.
Yeah.
Very aggrieved. The switch on if they can switch.
Ball up towards Dinanga. Bell goes over the top. Dinanga's not happy with the support he's getting.
I think it's at the ref, because he's being held there.
Well, the physical encounter continues. 0-0. 43 minutes gone. Gateshead International Stadium. Gateshead versus Altrincham. If you are just joining us. And the ball goes all the way through to Archimere. 6'9" Scotsman on loan from Norwich City. And it's hard to grasp how big he is when you see him out there on the pitch. He just looks tall, but when you see him in a normal room, he's quite the giant. As Booty plays the ball forward. He hasn't give that. He's let it play on. Where was the advantage?
He's put his whistle to his mouth and then not give it.
He must have thought that was an advantage. Well, Hunter does well to get it to McBride. McBride, he turns, gives it back to Hunter. The organisation of Altrincham has been very good this afternoon. They're making it hard for Gateshead to try and open them up. They're closing down very much in a similar style. Let's see, we expected this afternoon.
It feels a little bit like a less intense version of Tuesday.
It does, yeah. There's the ball from Archimere. Cooper gets it. Hang on. The referee's just tripped up one of their players. Stopped it when we got the ball. So it's going to be a drop ball here. This is awful officiating here. This hasn't been the greatest example of the Northern League refereeing here. National League. Sorry, what did I say? Northern League. Yeah. Oh. That's a slander on the Northern League there. I wouldn't even put them at that level. Well, drop ball. Well, oh my word, as Archie Mayer has to come out there.
Demanga's offside if he goes for this.
Brought down by Marriott. Wouldn't sit up for McBride as he tries to win the ball back. And now we're into the last 10 seconds of normal time. The fourth official, who did start the game as referee, holds the board up. Well, he's about to.
Probably 6 or 7 minutes here.
At least, as the ball from Jones is given to Banks. Gets the ball back. 33 minutes. Well, 33 minutes. Even the away fans are laughing at that one. He's had a stinker. An absolute stinker. Well, game is still underway here. He's just give up on it. We don't know how long it's going to be added on here. Apologies.
There's only 32 minutes left.
Well,
dear Lord.
As my mum said, if you've got nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. And I think I'm going to keep to that. But at the moment, Hunter puts the ball over the top, looking for the run of Denanga.
Ball, you know.
And Cooper does well to get it away, but only got it as far as Hannant. Trying a bit of trickery. Does he win a throw-in or a corner for his troubles? It hasn't went out. Oh, my word. He needs to... Well, dare I say, is the pitch sticky today? The ball just has held up a few times. Booty plays it forward. It's blind pass again from Gateshead, hoping there was a player there. And Al-Mazur drives forward now. He's got Con Clark in the centre. He's still driving, and Booty gives away. And well, Booty gives away a free kick in a dangerous situation here in the dying moments of the first half. Yellow card for Booty as well. I mean, he was striding forward, but across it wasn't a really dangerous position, and he's wiped him out there with a push.
The winning number is 27562.
Well, what a time this would be to score a goal for Altrincham. As Con Clark stands over it, as does Eddie Jones. Newby just peels off here to the right-hand side. Ollie's there to cover him. Now shot from Jones from distance. Oh, good save down to his left-hand side from Archie Mayer. And well, just ran into space there, didn't he, from the short set piece. Gateshead passing it around the back here.
Still Gateshead maybe need to just up the tempo a little bit here.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, but the ball up there. Gateshead still trying the longer ball at the moment, and Francis has just took a whack to the face, and McBride went down. Of course, Alex Francis has got a broken nose, and you would hope that hasn't aggravated it. So half time's coming. He's going to be able to compose himself soon, and but that isn't great as the doctor and physio both come out onto the pitch here for Gateshead to treat McBride and Francis, who I would say it wasn't a malicious thing. He just ran up into an arm that was raised, didn't he?
I think they've to each other.
Yeah. That'll be smarting a little bit. I think that's the word to describe that.
This game is genuinely going to finish at about 5:15 at this rate.
Oh, yes. Yeah. This is... I would hazard a guess we're only halfway into the stoppage of this first half. Stoppage time, that is. And this is only going to add on to it. Be interesting to find out what the reason was for the referee switch. Although he does seem to be limping there.
Oh, he is, yeah.
Yes, he is limping, yeah. Either that or he's touching cloth. It's something you'll never hear on Match of the Day. Well, someone's guessing on the chat that it's 13 minutes stoppage. I'd be shocked if it was that long.
there's been a couple of stoppages for injuries, and then this, and then the referee change.
Yeah, well, it could end up being that at this rate, should I say? As both players are back up onto their feet. McBride holding the side of his head, and I don't know if there's any blood there on the far side from Francis. He's still holding his face, but he's up on his feet, and you would hope it hasn't been aggravated, because I would imagine it was still sore to begin with. You know, where it's like when you've got toothache, if you walk around heavy-footed, never mind running, you're going to feel that ache. But doesn't seem to be any blood, but it must be stinging somewhat. As drop ball from the referee. I think it's about the fourth one in this half. You can go games without seeing a drop ball.
It's been one of the strangest halves of football I've seen.
We are having a little fine rain coming in here at the moment, as the ball goes across to the far side in the middle. Ollie intercepts, or just couldn't poke it forward towards Denanga. And that's kind of been the story of the afternoon. That and referees. Ball played up towards Hannon, who wins the header. It's going to fall in no man's land, where Altrincham pick it up. Oh, and Booty. Well, half-time you see here, and there is many talking points. Referee decision, shirt pulls, and even a referee substitution, Mark. It's hard to put your finger on this one. I don't think Gateshead's been at the races. I think Altringham's passed the ball very well. The referee has been contentious.
I'll be honest, Dave, and I realise it's my job. I don't know how to sum up that half, because there's been so many different things going on, and not a lot of them have been. I mean, obviously, the one big moment with the save from Ross that denied Ed Francis, unbelievable stuff. That was probably the biggest chance of the half. But other than that, I feel like all we can talk about is questionable decisions or frustrations or, moments like that. It doesn't mean the fluidity that we expect of Gateshead and Altrincham games, we should say. It's just been a strange half, and one that I don't think anyone will look back on with any pride.
Not at all. It's been one of those games where you're kind of glad it's got to half time, and hopefully you can reset for both sides and even the officials, shall we say. But on that note, we are going to go for a half-time cup of tea here and decompress from that first half of what happened and what didn't happen. But beforehand, we have been nominated for the Football Content Awards. If you'd like to vote for us, you can do in the link in the video of this of YouTube, or you can go on our social media at @Heed_Army. There is a tweet on our wall there on how to vote for us if you'd like to. And also join us on Thursday at 8 p.m. for the Heed Army podcast. And in 5 weeks' time, we will be having our 400th show live from the schooner just down from Gateshead Stadium. And once again, we'd like to say our thanks to Paul, the manager down there at the schooner. Always a great place to go for a pre or post-match pint, or even a night out on the weekend. So get yourselves down there. And as I say, we'd also like to say thank you to our to our sponsors, not the match sponsors, sponsors of the podcast, Northern Print Solutions, and our partners, Patrick Sportswear. And we're just going to play out one of the chats we had with a fellow podcaster, Luke Walsh, on the Heed Army podcast. And this is what the regular show's like, but we'll be back when the teams come out for the second half, which was a very big show. And we have another, 1 second, where is it? We have another Heed Army podcast polo t-shirt to give away as well. So we'll be doing that on that show. So everyone involved for that. Right, I'd be amiss if I didn't bring our guest in straight away. I haven't seen him since Wembley. Lovely lad, lovely family as well. Hello, Luke. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Costco for Chadwick, anyone?
Yeah.
Well, you can have him, but no, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, lads, I was talking about the podcast yesterday and at the match, and I was talking to a load of Gateshead fans. And Luke, do you realise how many people realise how good you are at the Gateshead? And amongst the Gateshead fans that give you nothing but compliments yesterday.
Honestly, generally, I'm not even joking. It must be a Gateshead thing because, just your fan base in general. When I went down to Wembley, obviously I met you, Dave, and I think I met one of the directors there. And it's just up north. It's just northern, isn't it? Just very friendly people, to be honest, especially from your parts. So yeah, it was really good. But also, I think we bumped into Owen Bailey's parents down there.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Family, and they, were very nice people.
Look,
so.
you also like us because we're very nice and we never beat you. It's very nice of us.
What I mean,
we just turn up and go on. We're not going to beat you. We're not even score goals past you now. So
Yeah. And again, I think it's a better. Maybe you'll disagree, but it's a better point for you on Monday than it is for us. I don't know. Us being at home, you probably expect us to win. Oh no, you don't have to do this, do you?
Hang on, Davey, I've got my pillows for the highlights. I'll just
well, just look. And of course, there's the Shea in all its glory, and obviously, I pressed something.
There it is in all its glory.
That was all the highlights that we had. I didn't download it properly, but I will.
It's a serious question. That one that we had at your place in, I think it was early March. Yeah. Or the one on Saturday, which was actually worse.
The one in March.
Yeah, probably that one still. But it wasn't a pretty watch on Saturday, was it? It's not Saturday,
yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. As obviously, I was unable to. I had the family. I wasn't able to listen in, so I was following it by Twitter updates. And then at half time, I thought, well, it's 0-0. Obviously, you just fear you're going to lose to a 1-0 at the Shea, like normal. But it was just the case. And then when we went to man down, we have a little group chat on WhatsApp, and I was like, I'm not hopeful here, lads. I said a draw would be a miracle. But with less expletives. But I think for us to get a draw, I think considering going down to 10 men was a good result for us.
Yeah. I think if you went to 11 men, I think it could have gone on until about 9 o'clock at night, and none of it would have scored. It was just so. I don't know what it was. It just felt like we were never going to score. We're lacking something going forward. Of course, I think if Disaruwe was playing, we would have gone on to win. And even at half time, I was thinking we'll come out in the second half and we'll probably go and beat you when Gates are tired, because we know you're usually carrying on from last season better in the first half than the second. But it was just a proper naff game once again. You actually kept the ball very well, but I have to say, going forward, I think we defended well. But Dinanga and Chadwick didn't have a sniff. Don't get me wrong, I'd take them at Halifax any day. But you know what I mean.
I think for us, there was 6 changes as well, because we'll get into it later on when we cover the game on Saturday. The massacre. It wasn't a great game on Saturday, but for us to make that many changes and show a little bit of strength in depth was one of the positives that we can come away with, especially because we've hemorrhaged a few goals this season, even though we've started well. To keep a clean sheet with 10 men, I think was a massive shot in the arm to show that we can keep it tight at the back.
Yeah.
So,
what was your opinion of the referee, Luke?
I'm trying to think now, because I never like to blame the refs, to be honest. I always try and think, I think we had a call for a penalty, to be fair, but I know our fans were big. There were a lot of booing coming from our end. I don't know if any of you heard that.
It's one of the questions we've just had there. Luke, what's your thoughts on the boos at full time yesterday?
Pathetic, to be honest. There's something about our fan base is, for us to be supporting Halifax, I think says a lot, which I appreciate to everyone who does support Halifax. Same with you guys with Gates, and I think, anyone could support a Man United or Man City, but there's something just proper toxic about our fan base. We could have been top of the league yesterday, and then we draw 0-0 to you guys, and there'd be boos at full time.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
The margins are so fine because, as you say, just 2 points you could have been top of the league, and it's nothing really to boo about, really, is it?
No, it's not. It wasn't the fact that the players weren't trying. Yes, you might say we probably could have been a bit more positive going forward and being a bit more direct, but you were just very well organised. I think we have to give you credit. We're just lacking quality, and you can't boo players for lacking quality. It's not their fault to a certain extent, is it? it's frustrating, but
have you been
I
scoring
think
many
they're sending.
yeah.
I think they're sending off. Change the game because you weren't getting a kick until we had a man sent off.
Yeah. You weren't.
But-
No, we weren't even touching the ball. To be fair, it were a tough watch.
I don't think we
I
had any.
asked the linesman to throw another ball on for you so you could have a kick.
Yeah.
And we had the poor scores looking like as a linesman on our side where we were, and what a load of crap that bloke was. Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey,
And the
by the way,
referee gave some very curious decisions both ways, I thought.
But hey, we had no arguments about the sending off. I mean, he could have actually went off in the first half incident. Never mind the second half. So
Yeah.
We thought it was just a booking. It was a book. It was a second booking. I will admit that. But
well, the first booking could have been a sending off, Luke. The one in the first half.
Yeah, I think honestly, though, I wouldn't say we were the better team. Even when we went down to 10 men. I don't think either of us looked like we're going to score. But I thought if it was a team that I'd say they would probably edged it for you guys, which is quite surprising because we're usually very good on home turf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little sorry, Mickey. Mickey, I saw your face in the back of Freddie Armstrong's YouTube video. You looked a bit unhappy at Well, we are back here at Gateshead International Stadium. The rain is coming down. It's a fine, constant mist now. You can see the wind in the rain. And we await the teams to come back out. It will be a bit of a delayed kickoff compared to the rest of the footballing calendar today because we started late and then we ended extra late due to a referee change and a few injuries as well were added into the mix. Just to say here at the Heat On Me podcast, thank you everyone that's joined us and on National League TV, if we are back with them. It would be amazing if you could drop us a subscribe on YouTube and join us on the regular show. You may notice as well on the YouTube stream, we do have a animated background now on the commentary. So you're not just, if you're listening in, you're not just staring at a still picture. We will be changing that as the season goes along, make it a bit more entertaining. But a big thank you to everyone that has joined us tonight. Of course, we know there is the BBC is here, Radio Alti is here, and of course ourselves and those of you on the National League TV. Thank you as well. Very much appreciate to have you here with us this afternoon here at Gateshead International Stadium. But quite the game it has been. And just before going any further, obviously I mentioned about the podcast. The podcast has been nominated for the Football Content Awards, and I'll just put it on the screen on the YouTube stream there. You can vote best in non-league. There is a link in the description of the stream on YouTube if you'd like to do that, or go on the Football Content Awards website and you can vote for us there. That would be very much. The voting ends tomorrow, so get your chance in if you like the podcast. And even if you don't, like as well, vote as well. Well, we've got here, we've got a message from Andy Olam has put, I'd rather have 100 questionable decisions than one VAR piece of something. So, yeah. Well, this is what football's all about. It's talking decisions, and it adds a dynamic. Whether you're on the right end or the wrong end of these decisions is another conversation, but so we spoke to people around us, Mark. Yeah, you've just done a bit of match reporting. It has been a game marred a little bit by the referee, but the referee hasn't been, kicking the ball. Both sides have, and it's just been a niggly game.
I don't think either side have got into the flow in the pattern that they like to play. Neither have really imposed themselves on the other side. The one thing I'll say about the officials, they were consistent. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
So just talking to Colin White from BBC Newcastle there and just saying the challenge from McBride, if that's a yellow, then he kind of has to give a yellow to Amolazor. So
especially in the short time frame of the two challenges.
But by contrast, if he gives a red to McBride, as I thought he might have done,
that would have been
then he would have to give Amolazor a red as well. So there is consistency. I think he's been a little bit fiddly. I think there was possibly a penalty for Gateshead on Denanga when he was hauled to the ground from the long throw in from Ollie. But we don't want to talk. I'd say that we don't want to talk about the officials too much. So you look at what both managers will think. You look to the bench. People like Justin Donovan to come on, former Dalton player for Altrincham, make an impact. Plenty of pace, getting behind. From Gateshead's point of view, could Tom Allen get a game and come on, bring some more thrust?
I mentioned just before you put your headphones back on, of course, the weather has changed here. We are having a lot of misty rain coming down. The pitch will be a bit slicker. Will that benefit Gateshead for playing along the deck? Or do you think they'll continue with their tactic of what they've seen a weaknesses in Altrincham and try and put it over the top towards Denanga in the battle with the defence?
Well, the one thing is that they have been a little bit more direct today, haven't they? And they've been trying to really get Denanga in behind and play on Cooper, really. But I think looking at it, because the pitch has gone so slick, you probably can't really do that because it'll just kick on and go through the keeper. So, yes, you're right. The pitch may well help Gateshead because it is slick now. So maybe it is a case of trying to get them down and play it the way we normally expect them to.
And also as well, dare I say, with the pitch being a bit slicker now, the tackles that have been going in need to be a bit more precise as well.
Well, it's a good point because the players that have been booked need to be careful. They've got to they can't go just sliding in for any challenge. They've got to be measured. They've got to be controlled, and they've got to be disciplined.
Well, Luke Hannant is one of the last players out onto the pitch. Gateshead will be shooting towards the Fenland end in the second half, with Altrincham down towards the River Tyne end, and the referee is back out. Of course, the referee is Scott Henry now. We did start with Paul Marsden, who had to leave or vacate the whistle to take up the fourth official spot because of injury, we believe, or illness.
David, I think I said this at the same time on Tuesday, but can you remember about an hour ago when you said it's quite mild here?
Yes, I know.
I will keep bringing this up there.
I know, but you have already given me the threat of the punch in the face. Obviously, we don't condone.
Don't choose violence, kids.
Yeah, we don't choose violence, but sometimes when you've got a weather prediction as wrong as many times as me, it could be justified.
I think that's 3 games in a row you've done it now.
Well,
Michael Fisher.
I'm going to give up the part-time weather forecasting. Well, we're back underway here at Gateshead Stadium. If you're just joining us, 0-0. And many talking points in the first half, but what will be the talking points of the second half? Hopefully it's football.
The wind clearly holding the play up already, isn't it?
Yeah, it's you can see the wind in the rain from our position as Denanga chases down the ball, and there was an example of the slickness of the pitch there. As Eddie Jones went in, as the ball held up in midfield by Grayson to Francis. Francis puts it out.
I'll tell you what, it actually... Oh, it's too easy.
Yeah. Oh, McBride picks it up. Can he get past another player? It's good defending. He gets himself in front of the man and brings on the foul.
There's a lot of water kicking up off the
There was there when he slid down there, Eddie Jones. Deceiving. It's just to say it's been a constant drizzle, fine misty rain, but obviously looks a little bit heavier than what it looks as the ball comes off Ollie's head. Newby nods the ball on back to Baines. Baines puts it to Jones. Oh, nice foot out there by Francis. Just didn't fall to Hunter, and out it goes for a throw.
Suddenly feels like it's November.
Yeah. Jones launches the ball just to Richardson. And Booty caught dawdling on the ball, and Con Clark now on the attack. Al-Mazur through, lovely run. Can he finish it? He can, and it's into the back of the net. And it all led from Regan Booty. He didn't check the area around him, and he just wandered across the park. Con Clark stole the ball and then set Al-Mazur away, and he slots past the oncoming Archie Mayer. 1-0 to Altrincham.
Yeah, not great from Regan Booty there, but really alert from Con Clark. Stealing possession midway inside in the centre circle, really. It's a great run, from Al-Mazur. He's got in behind. He's timed it perfectly, so he's onside. It's a really confident. He never really looked like missing.
The pass was very well placed as well. Lovely weighted. It was because Al-Mazur didn't pull off. He stayed close to the defender and come round, and calm as you like, slotted it home. Not much Archie Mayer could really do in that situation.
Not at all. Once you got it behind you, just expected him to score there. He just looked really calm, really composed. It's a lovely finish, to be fair. Well, not the start Gateshead wanted.
Yeah. Well, we've seen Gateshead came from behind against Wealdstone on Tuesday night. Do they have it in them to do the same again tonight? But with passing like that in midfield, they'll not. There's Altrincham on the halfway line, put it out to the right-hand side. Gateshead do win the ball back. Ball forward, not the greatest there. Francis pushed off the ball. Referee says no foul, and now the ball forward. Con Clark gets past Tinkler. Tinkler does have a recovery, and he goes for a shot from a very tight angle there, Con Clark. And it goes out for a goal kick. I think he was appealing for a corner there initially.
Yeah, I must admit at first I thought Archie may have got a touch on that, but obviously not.
Mm.
The good thing is Gateshead have, still 42 minutes to react to that. They do tend to react well when they fall behind. But it's a poor goal to give away. It's a frustrating one more than anything.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of spatial awareness let down there on Gateshead's midfield as the ball comes off Dinanga's chest out for a throw just on the halfway line between the dugouts. 2 balls on the pitch. Am I led to believe there was at the under-19s Champions League game here, there was 2 balls on the pitch when the winning goal was scored?
Yeah, but what's not being said is that it was on Newcastle's defenders that rushed off the pitch to get a ball to throw it on the pitch to stop the game. So, yes, technically it should have been stopped, but it was a Newcastle player that did
was it a backfire of bad sportsmanship? Well, the game at hand, if you are just joining us, Gateshead 0, Altrincham 1, Alamazur capitalising from a lovely ball through from Con Clark after Booty was dispossessed in midfield very easily. But there is enough time for Gateshead to get back into this one as Marriott holds it up, gives it to Jones, the captain, pings the ball forward, and Hammond had to be at his best there to get the ball back to Mayer. And Gateshead going very direct today, and it just doesn't seem to be working to great effect for Gateshead at the moment. But McBride tries to pick it up, and we're just seeing a lot of slack.
I think Lieutenant may have just taken the ball away. You don't want to take the ball.
Oh, well, at the moment, though, they're on the attack as Newby lays it off to Eddie Jones. Osborne played it forward. Once again, there was a spray of water come up there when the player went down. Con Clark tries to win a corner, and it comes back off him. But once again, it's when the ball was playing, you just don't want to pick it up on camera, but there is just a lot of surface water at the moment.
Yeah, well, as we say that, it does look as if it's stopping the rain. So either that, it's so fine you can't see it.
Archie Mayer, middle of his penalty area, now pings the ball up, looking for Hunter. Hunter's in a battle there. Was he wrestled down? Referee says no, but Ollie picks up the ball. McBride, if he looks up, he's got Hannant on his left-hand side, who he uses. Altering back in numbers, but Gateshead still in possession as Francis shouts for the ball, gets it now. Booty back to Francis.
Just start again.
Having to play it from the back as they've now moved the ball forward. Grayson carries it forward, sees the run of lovely
really
stuff. Hannant on the far side. If he looks up, there's 2 players in the middle, pulls it back across to McBride, and it was intercepted, but Hannant can get the ball back. Ollie now. Grayson back to Ollie. Ollie pings it to Booty, and Booty's ball inside just didn't have enough on it. Gateshead do win the ball back. Hunter does well. Recover and play.
Do you know what? The ball is now seriously starting to struggle to roll on this pitch.
Yeah, it's slowing right down, and it's almost went tacky out there, hasn't it? With this amount of water. Didn't seem like a torrential downpour, but I'm guessing the pitch must have been heavily watered before the game. We didn't see any sprinklers, so it must have been this morning. But yeah, although there was a lot of rain last night in Gateshead, that must be said. The goal scorer, Alamazur, drives forward with the ball down the right-hand side, opens up, still goes, gets inside of Grayson, still going into the box, tries to lay it off to Con Clark, and the ball stays in.
Tinkler. Brilliant from
the ball
Robbie
held
Tinkler.
up just on the surface water there, and Gateshead, well, they were having to get back at full press there with Alamazur when he was driving down. Now on the far side. Con Clark has got Newby to pick out in the centre. Richardson heads it clear to the edge of the area, nodded on again in turn. Can it fall to a white shirt? It hasn't. It's been poked out to the left-hand side, and Altrincham keep it in through Newby. Newby up against Kenton Richardson. Ollie's there in support as well, but Newby, we know he has a bag of tricks. Can he use any of them? He takes down to the corner flag.
That one out.
Appeals that the ball went out. And he's still going. Kent Richardson does well. So did Ollie. And they need to play this out from the back as Kent Richardson pings it down the line to Hunter, and it just wouldn't set up for him, and out it goes.
You do wonder how long Gateshead may well, when they look to the bench.
Well, the ball goes out. It's
possibly Tom Allen or maybe Aidan Rutledge.
Yeah.
Or Chadwick.
Well, Chadwick is warming up down to our left-hand side at the moment. But at the moment, Altrincham won't be too unhappy with the way things are unfolding at the moment, as Osborne has the ball. So he's the captain in acres of space on the far side. Plays it inside to Marriott, back to the captain, Jones. If he looks up, Con Clark was making a run through the centre there, but he picked out the goal scorer, Al Mazur. Right-hand side, Gateshead don't deal with it, and now Con Clark goes down. And he's, surely, if that isn't a penalty, it's a dive. And the referee has let Gateshead clear the ball, but he's lying on the ground.
Two men in the box, and the referee's playing
Tinkler's down, Tinkler's back up. Con Clark does seem to get... no, he goes back down because they weren't winning possession. Now, that is a blatant bit of sportsmanship. Archie Mayer is not happy, and rightly so, because Con Clark got up, was about to run, seen Archie Mayer grab the ball and went back down.
Look, it's a dive. It's simple as that. Let's call it what it is. And the referee needs to take action here.
Well,
he's trying to con.
Such a shame, because Con Clark is such a good player. He doesn't need to do that sort of thing.
No. The challenge went in, but I think it was Tinkler's pulled up.
Yep.
And then he's gone down. Now, I'm sorry, but in any game of football now, that should be a yellow card.
Well,
Tinkler looks all right.
Yeah. He wants a word with Archie Mayer, I think, for the reaction here. Yeah, referee's having a little word.
Tell you who is having a word with Con Clark. It looks like Luke Hannon's had a right go on him there.
Yeah. Well, Con Clark just sorts out his boots there.
Has it been booked?
He hasn't. Nobody's been booked there. And Gateshead quickly distribute the ball up to Denanga, who the ball came at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Gateshead, the passing just hasn't been there this afternoon as of yet. And the goal scorer can get the ball going again. Now Marriott gives it back to Al Mazur, who goes for a lovely probing ball to find out Newby in the box. Just couldn't control it. And still has the ball though. It's a beautiful ball in. The run was good. Ball back across by Osborne. Nobody there for Altrincham. And Gateshead really do need to clear the lines a bit better.
Been really impressed with Amalazur today.
Yeah.
It's been excellent. Led the line really well.
It definitely grew into the game more and more as it went along. But Gateshead can pick up the ball now through Tinkler. The run from Hannon was seen, but when decides to go through the centre, and it's been picked up. Oh, the captain does well to win the tackle, and now the ball with Marriott driving forward with it as the turn lays it off. And at the moment, Con Clark has it now, right-hand side of the pitch. Only Newby up there. There is players busting a gut to get into the box as the ball now comes across. Oh, and he's great save. He got a shot from a tight angle, and Archie Mayer has to palm it round.
It's a great save in the end, isn't it? Because that was sneaking in, I think. Fair play to Archie Mayer. It's an ambitious effort, to say the least.
Well, he definitely meant it. It's a corner to Altrincham on the far side, and at the moment, Altrincham looking worthy of the one goal lead at the moment.
I think Gateshead need to freshen it up a little bit and maybe look to that bench. I'm sure what options you could take. Maybe Tom Allen for McBride possibly, or Rutledge, and maybe go with two up.
Yeah, I was going to say with it headed clear there by Robbie Tinkler. Denanga holds it up. Can they get this ball forward? And just the ball too much on it. Asking a lot of Denanga there. But as you say, that they are trying to go through the middle over the top, and you think if you've got two target men there, it might make life a little bit easier. But who do you sacrifice in midfield? Hannant gives the ball back to Grayson. And gets it back again. Plays all the way back to Archie Mayer.
I think what you're seeing is that the quality of the National League, where if you do make a mistake, you tend to get punished. Particularly the top teams.
Without a doubt. And that's why Altrincham are in the top in the playoffs. It was a precise break and a lovely finish. But and Archie Mayer. The kick wasn't the greatest there. The pass just is that we're just seeing the sprays of water as the ball rolls along here.
Just to inform you that the 50-50 prize money has been collected.
Tinkler plays the ball across to Francis. The ball isn't travelling as slick as it might like
that's
to.
Better.
But that's better from Gateshead. And now Hannant gets the ball. Plays the first time ball looking for the run of McBride and it just spins away.
That's what I'm talking about at half time. When I said that if they are going to play the quick ball forward, the weight of the pass has got to be perfect because it is going to just...
Well, there's a ball there now and Alazur drives forward. He's going to get there in front of Tinkler. Tinkler does very well, upended, and he used all his years of experience there.
What's he complaining for? Dodging the back of him.
Well, 14 minutes gone here in the second half. Gateshead 0, Altrincham 1. If you're just joining us. Ball up towards... it's bounced through. It's going to go out for a Gateshead throw here, level with the corner of the box. Ollie's over there, quickly takes it. Oh, we've got to see a substitution. Chadwick is going to be coming on. I didn't see him getting stripped there.
McBride, I think.
No, Jordan Hunter. Wow. Jordan Hunter makes way. Chadwick. Looks like he's going like for like.
Substitution for Gateshead. You can see leaving the pitch. Number 15, Jordan Hunter.
Chadwick gets his first touch, gives it back to Richardson through the legs there. Kenton gets it to Francis. Francis has Booty managed to get it across to Grayson. Gateshead high up the pitch at the moment. Lovely little flick. Oh, shot from Francis.
Just didn't get enough on it.
Yeah. Keeper able to scoop that up with ease. But I'm going to say a little bit of a light there for Gateshead to get around. Is that a push in the back? Yes, it is. Free kick. 45 yards out, left-hand side. Gateshead can prepare for this set piece and get men forward in and around the box as Francis places the ball down. Doesn't seem to be showing any ill effects of the knock to the broken nose. Hannant trots into the centre there to be the covering man if this gets cleared. Francis puts it in there, up towards Tinkler's shirt pull again, and the referee still hasn't seen it the whole time in Weir stand. Could see that one, and now they're on the break as Aluzur on the far side drives forward with the ball. He's got acres of space to run into. Now he plays it through. The ball was poor. But wow, yet again we're seeing shirt pulls. The shirt, you could see most of his back. I mean, Tinkler's only just put the shirt back into position there. Chadwick, right-hand side. What can he come up with? He's got Ollie in the centre, plays it into Denanga. Denanga quickly gets it from underneath his feet. Ollie to Francis. The ball just skims away. And
it's not a handball. It's in his
ball
chest.
Comes from Francis. Ollie, was that a... No, and Gateshead
so
just
sloppy.
Caught napping on the ball as Booty wins it back. Con Clark does very well, goes down, and that's surely another dive then from Con Clark, but Gateshead's playing it on. Out to Chadwick.
I think we might be approaching boiling point here.
Yeah. Run from Hannant, it wasn't spotted, but the ball across to Grayson. Gateshead still in possession inside the Altrincham half. Ball through to Ollie, they laid it off to McBride. Good. Far side, there's Hannant. Needs a delivery. Cuts in with the shot. Oh, cuts in, had the shot. Ball comes back in though from Grayson. Headed clear by Eddie Jones. And Gateshead pick it up. It's all Gateshead at the moment. Booty. Across to Grayson. Altrincham content just to sit deep here at the moment. Ollie plays it back to Grayson. Gateshead still in possession. Every man bar Mayer. Well, as I say that, inside the Gateshead half, but
great ball.
McBride brings it down well. Closed down though. Chadwick gives it now to Richardson. Booty keeps the ball moving, pings it out to the left-hand side. Headed clear. Ollie gets in front of his man, though, to get possession back. Nice stuff from Gateshead. This is better. Grayson drives forward with the ball as appeals to shoot. Lays it off to Francis. Can he get a shot off? He can. Great save. Great save. Cleared, but only as far as the Gateshead shirt once again. And now Gateshead trying to turn the screw in the final third. Ball across to Richardson. Booty. Ball up there to the left-hand side. Can it be? Oh, offside flag goes up on Greg Ollie. But 19 minutes into the second half, and we're starting to see Gateshead grow in confidence. But Altrincham still just as dangerous on the break. We've seen them do it a few times down the right-hand side. Substitutes for both sides warming up intently down to our left. As Ethan Ross is in no hurry here. Just slowing it down. Powerful kick there. Gateshead win possession though through Hannant. Nods the ball down back to Archie Mayer.
Yeah, Gateshead need to play with that intensity and keep that going, because that was probably that's not even probably. It was the best period of the game.
Ball through the centre. Denanga chasing through. It's ball skips through.
It's just not on because of how slick the pitch is.
Yeah.
It's a lovely idea, but it's just not on.
I think we are possibly going to see Aidan Rutledge soon. He's just been going through an intense warm-up, as has Connor Panny. But Rutledge, no, he's putting his jacket back on. I thought he was getting stripped down there.
Could just be keeping warm. How on earth has he done that?
Oh, well, ball goes out of play for a Gateshead throw on the far side.
I'll tell you what, given how big Amawazora is, fair play to Tinkley. Clearly been on the weight.
Well, Gateshead can play the ball up to Denanga, holds it up well, but he needs support. There isn't many outlying passes there, but Gateshead still have the ball. Oh, just taken off the feet of Ollie. Newby turns, plays it down. Now Jones puts it over the top. Booty's back to help with defending duties there. Tinkler receives the ball back from Booty. Booty turns to get the ball moving forward. Richardson to Chadwick. Chadwick cuts inside with the ball. McBride plays it forward to Chadwick. Chadwick just does a turn. Gives it out to Hannant on the far side. We are going to see a substitution for Altrincham soon in the next break of play. Theo Angus is stripped and ready for action. Oh, and that's a poor pass in midfield again. That's what's let Gateshead down this afternoon. There's a passing in the middle as Newby lays it off, and now Marriott can give it to Alamazura, who, lovely bit of footwork there, runs into two players, and
mistakes again.
The conditions aren't great, but that man's making the ball stick to his feet rather well this afternoon.
I think he's been one of the best players on the pitch. Look, a real threat when he's got the ball. Dangerous running with it. Good hold-up play. A real threat.
Well, free kick here. It's about 25 yards out, right-hand side of the D. And, what Altrincham have here from their set-piece takers. As the referee puts the paint down to show, the magic foam, because it disappears. Show where it needs to be taken from. If you're just joining us, Altrincham on leading by 1-0 here at Gateshead International Stadium.
Dangerous, this. Very dangerous.
Taking the time with it. You would say as free kicks go, it seems to be in the perfect range for one. As Con Clark goes for it, hits the wall, comes back, put out to the captain Jones on the far side. Now Newby has it. Tries to create an opportunity to put it in, but gives it back out to the captain. Osborne. Offside flag goes up on Eddie Jones. And I think we'll see the substitution now. It is going to be Lewis Baines coming off for Dior Angus. It's not. They've changed it. Con Clark. Well, dangerous player, Con Clark, who's been in and around everything that's went forward from Altrincham today.
10, Chris Clark, being replaced by number 14, Dior Angus.
Well, Dior Angus is now on. Gateshead have a free kick on the far side for the offside division before.
I can't believe we're only midway through the second half.
It feels like we've been here a week, Mark.
It does. Which is funny because I've been here most of the week.
Well, we have Archie Mayer on the ball at the moment. Gets the ball to Booty. Tinkler back to Mayer.
Yeah, you do wonder maybe Ed and Rutledge maybe go two up top. I know it's not really what the way Gateshead play, but maybe he could be an option.
Well, the ball's pinged up this time towards Chadwick. Eddie Jones unchallenged for the header, but his ball wasn't the greatest, and neither was Chadwick's control there. And now Osborne just calmly picks out Eddie Jones on the touchline. Inside and
Gets a ball.
yeah. Well, no. Well, and there's a player down for Altrincham at the moment.
Is he giving a free kick?
He's given the throw. No, throws to Altrincham.
Oh, yeah. I genuinely thought he gave him a free kick from on there.
David card has been found within the Tyne stand. It's currently in room 7. It's lost property. If you recognize that you lost your debit card and can identify it when you come here, you can collect it from room 7.
Well, wait to get back underway. It has been given as a free kick.
Wow. Okay.
And it was took nowhere near where it happened. Ball pinged over the top looking for Dior Angus. Grayson wins the header. It's been kept in though. Gateshead marshal the ball forward now. Hannant up towards Dinanga. Dinanga won the aerial battle but couldn't keep the ball in. And as quickly as the positive signs from Gateshead came, they've disappeared.
They have, very much so, yeah. That slight upturn in tempo has sort of just disappeared, hasn't it, really? I think Altrincham have managed it pretty well.
Certainly how they managed the conditions better. The ball back to Ethan Ross. Cleared the ball. His kicking's been quite good today, apart from that one that went straight out. But Gateshead, they're passing, you would say at the moment, just let them down somewhat at times this afternoon. There's now Newby on the ball, tries to lay it off to Dior behind him. Dior Angus still got the ball though. And now Altrincham can try and build as they've got a lovely touch of midfielder. Comes through to Dior Angus. Can he get his shot? Or pulls it back across unselfishly, put behind. And Gateshead, they're just not moving the ball quick enough.
Yeah, Altrincham have been a better team. I think there's no doubt about that. They've played better football and they've really looked a threat in the final third, which Gateshead haven't quite had, or in one or two little moments. Just decision making from Gateshead's just not quite been there today, not what you expect.
Oh, we at this corner on the far side. It's a decent one in there. Jake Cooper was prowling. The ball has come off a Gateshead head and out for another corner. Really needs something to zip Gateshead into life here. There needs to someone to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and try and create something.
Rutledge just stood up.
Well, he's getting stripped and ready for action. Will it be a tactical change or will Dinanga make way? In comes the delivery now from Altrincham. It's a curling one, and there's another pull on the shirt. This time he was trying to appeal for it when he had a hold of Grayson's shirt.
He can't give that one. Simply because he's not given any
credit where credit's due. Altringham's press has been impressive right throughout this game, trying to stop Gateshead building out from the back as Chadwick lays it off. Poor ball.
Same again.
To McBride.
Just poor execution.
And now they need to play. Oh, Newby nearly got through, and Chadwick pings the ball up towards Dinanga.
He's got two men behind him.
And he was on the halfway line. His feet were on the halfway line when the ball was played. Well,
Aidan Rutledge has made a difference when he's come on earlier in the season. He's got a big chance now. He's got, 20 minutes?
Yep. Oh, and there's another poor pass, and Newby, edge of the area, goes for a curling shot. Great save from Archie Mayer to his right, but he shouldn't have been put in that position.
Yeah, it's a great save low down, isn't it? He's done brilliantly to to get it to safety as well. As the sub comes on.
Well, there you go. Straight swap to Nanga for Rutledge. But Gateshead have some defending to do here before Rutledge can get a touch of the ball. Jones laid it off. Osborne.
Marcus Denanga being replaced by number 16, Aidan Rutledge.
Gateshead tried to win the ball back, but Newby managed to keep it going, and now it's with the defence as it's passed across to the captain Jones. Down the line, Tinkler read it well, but it comes off his chest and out for a throw on the far side. Gateshead need to get in and amongst their midfield and disrupt the passing. Like, you know, you could see what Altrincham are doing to Gateshead at the moment. There we go, the passing, the offside flag goes up.
Now he's going for a kick.
Free kick. Right on the touchline on the far side, halfway inside the Gateshead half.
Joe Grayson's going to be booked here, I think.
Yep, there's another yellow card. Good, 16 minutes remain of normal time here. Free kick going to be taken by Eddie Jones on the far side in front of the travelling away support, who will be very much enjoying what they're seeing this afternoon.
Yeah, I think the key word from Gateshead today has just been sloppy all over the pitch.
In comes the delivery. It's dipping down. Cooper was there and still hasn't been dealt with by Gateshead. Nodded back across by Baines. Hasn't been cleared yet. It's still in the area. The high feet being given against the captain Jones for Altrincham. And it's a free kick to Gateshead.
It's like the can be in there.
Just to repeat,
down and play.
Their debit card has been handed in. Lost property from in the time and away stand is to be collected from room 7. You're finding missing that card.
Gateshead. There's no urgency there at the minute. There's nobody really showing.
There's another sub coming. Panny's coming on. Panny.
Well, could that be for Luke Hannant? Ball over the top. Ball through. Can it get... Oh, Rutledge did manage to play it off a play and comes out for a throw to Gateshead.
Probably just as well he didn't get it through with McBride, because I think he would have been outside.
Yeah. Connor Panny is going to come on. And he's going to come on for Regan Booty. Well, he adds a little bit of height and physicality to the side as young Connor Panny.
Good to see him back.
Yeah, to see if there's been a little reshuffle in the pack here with whereabouts he's going to play it. Looks like he's playing right wing back. There's Gateshead, pass it around the back. Tinkler gets it to Kenton Richardson. Panny gets his first touch.
Really good press from Altrincham again, forcing Gateshead backwards.
Rutledge gets it to McBride. Connor Panny gets it to Rutledge. Nice vision. Now Francis carries the ball forward, lays it off to Chadwick. Chadwick cuts inside. Does he go for a shot? Tried to lay it off. He's still going, Chadwick. Gets it out now to Hannant. We need a delivery in, but there's a lot of red shirts defending there, and Hannant goes down.
You've got a target, man. Put it in.
Now we look to see a delivery come in to poor one though from Grayson. It's cleared at shin height and out, and now it's a throw in just inside.
You know, you've got a guy in the middle now who's 6'3" in Rutledge. That ball's just got to go in the area.
Yeah.
I don't mean like anywhere, but you've broken the left hand side. You're in the channel. Get the cross in.
Put it in between the keeper and the defence.
Yeah.
See what happens. Well, Ollie just gets it to McBride. McBride carries it inside. He's
nice.
Kept it moving. Chadwick, nice turn. Does he get... Oh, Rutledge just tried to hold it up, and at the moment, Gateshead just chasing the ball.
Press is better there.
There we go. Ball goes straight out for a Gateshead throw. Mike Williamson was shouting for it to try and get one there, but Richardson got it before him.
Right, where's the movement?
Chadwick, left-hand side. Plays back to Grayson. Ollie. Now plays for the run. Hannant. Can he put a delivery in? He can. Jones, he didn't deal with it. Oh, Panny just couldn't get onto it. It just wouldn't sit up. And Gateshead still in possession inside their own half. It's going to go back to Archie Mayer. And this is 12 minutes or so plus injury time to added on time, should I say, to for Gateshead to try and get something out of this game.
I think Ross really hasn't made a save second half, has he?
Not at all, as Rutledge does well to hold it up.
He's got to do better there. He's got to do better.
Ollie picked up the loose ball. Grayson plays it across to Richardson, and there needs to be a bit more movement up top, and Rutledge is chasing for this one. I think he was hoping a push was coming in the back there. Down he goes, throw into Altrincham.
You just feel Rutledge obviously stepped up so far from the second division of the Northern League that just once that first goal comes, you'll sense the belief going through him. But at the minute, he's
Kent Richardson, ball judged to have went out after appeals from the Gateshead management that had went out before that. But it is a throw to Altrincham. Well, Altrincham have been very solid at the moment, and you feel if Gateshead are going to get back into this, they're going to have to carve it open themselves. They're not going to be gifted anything.
No, not at all. They've been really good defensively. Altrincham have been really impressed. Gateshead are just going to have to keep trying to batter that door down, but at the minute, they're not really looking like they're going to do it. We've got Panny on the switch.
Now he's running. Can Connor Panny win the aerial battle? He can. Aidan Rutledge couldn't get to it. Anywhere will do for Altrincham, though. It's better from Gateshead. Using the more direct ball to better effect there. Ball up towards Rutledge.
It's never on.
I think he may have been offside there as well if he had got a touch on that. Rutledge, that is. Grayson plays it up to Chadwick. Chadwick does manage to get it to Hannant. Hannant looks up. Lovely touch there. Now can Gateshead keep the ball moving forward. Rutledge takes it up, drives forward with the ball, lays it out to Panny. Panny takes a touch right-hand side of the box. A little bit of trickery with the feet. Puts it across. Oh, there's nobody there challenging. Oh, lovely delivery. It just needed someone to put a contact on it. Well, impressive stuff from young Connor Panny there. Good from Rutledge as well to pick out Panny. Promising signs.
Yeah, much better. Good hold-up play from Rutledge. It's a great ball in, But as you say, just nobody really anticipating at the far post. If they had it done, they would have had an absolute tap in because there was no Altrincham defender there either.
What a story that would have been. Rutledge would have started it and finished it there if he could have got through. But alas, not to be at the moment.
And the two subs being involved as well.
Ball over the top now. Dior Angus has held it up well, lays it off. Banks plays it down. Osborne. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Banks. Banks to the corner flag. Hold. Keeps it in play. Oh, and now Alamazur pulls it across. Good save from Ollie. And it still has, from May, he makes a double save. And at the moment, Gates are just struggling to clear the lines. But Archie Mayer, he was called upon there and kept it there. Oh, Rutledge nearly dived onto the ball there.
Just first to every ball.
Ball played over the top, and Dior Angus is offside. And there is a player down. I think it's the captain, isn't it? James Jones. Let's give a captain's performance today. Well, both the physio and doctor come on for Altrincham. Drinks have been put out for Altrincham players to take on some fluids here in the stoppage.
Another reminder about
Well,
Santander debit card.
Connor Panny, I say, got himself into a great position there. Nice little bit of trickery, pulled it across.
Well, it's the first time really that Gateshead second half have put together a move like that, and it almost paid dividends.
Well, we have about 7 minutes remaining here, plus stoppages to be added on, and we'll see. Oh, it doesn't look as if James Jones might continue this one. He's walking very gingerly on the far side there. Happened when himself and Aidan Rutledge were challenging for the ball. I think Rutledge has maybe just caught his ankle in the melee or in the lunge. Gateshead now carry the ball forward through Luke Hannant. Inside to Ollie. Grayson, Tinkler.
Probably going to have about 10, aren't we, left? If that is
You
on
would
time.
imagine so, but you wouldn't be shocked with the officiating today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the officiating is the reason why Gateshead aren't winning here.
No.
You know, I've made poor decisions for both sides.
Second half performance from the officials is certainly
well
better
done.
than the second, but than the first half. As Hannon trying to create something on the far side, he's putting pressure on. Ball goes off him for a throw next to the corner flag, and it's just that urgency we need to see right across the park. We're just seeing fits and spurts of it from a couple of players here and there at the moment.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of a lack of energy, isn't it? You get
Attendance today, 1,298, including 119 away supporters.
119 away supporters there. Fantastic. 1,298 here at Gateshead International Stadium. It looks as if the away support is going to leave the happier, but we still have 5 minutes of normal time. Ball played over the top, looking for Angus Dior. Dior Angus, sorry, I keep saying his name the wrong way around.
I think that's probably been man of the match for Gateshead again for me.
He's definitely been doing a lot of... Panny couldn't get past his man, dispossessed. Ollie wins the ball back. Has been kept in by Chadwick. Not McBride even. And it's just summing up Gateshead's game today. It's just... for whatever reason, they haven't got their fluid passing game on. Got to give a lot of credit to Altrincham. They've, in the same conditions, have kept their passing game going.
Yeah, I agree with that. They've just adapted the better of the two sides, haven't they?
Tinkler out to Richardson, who takes a touch, plays it through, and Francis got there. Played, advantage has been played, and now Rutledge is chasing that one down, but Jake Cooper gets in front, sees it back to Ethan Ross, and his clearance is quite the clearance indeed, as Grayson does just nicely turns and lays it off to Ollie. Ollie back to Mayer. Mayer across to Richardson. He's got Panny in. He plays it in the middle to Francis. Tinkler back to Mayer. Mayer now distributes the ball up towards Panny. He's back down the line to... lovely turn from Ollie as he got the ball from Richardson, still going as Richardson plays the ball over the top, looking for Aidan Rutledge, who's not going to get the better of Cooper that time, but can Gateshead just the ball just hasn't sat up for them. Altrincham has got the second ball every time, and now Angus has the ball left hand side of the box, cuts in with it, goes for a cheeky cross there. It's just behind. I think there's Banks, wasn't it there? Couldn't get a head on it. It's on the right-hand side of the pitch. Gateshead play it down the line to Francis.
You just don't
and at the moment, we're not seeing the white shirts of Gateshead pull off into space. They're just trotting along next to red and white shirts at the moment.
You just don't want to lose to a mistake.
Yeah,
you know, that's kind of a bit of a killer, really. It's just, you're right, Dave. There's just not a lot of movement anywhere. Everyone's static. But what I will say is part of that is down to the discipline of Altrincham, because they are literally man for man and killing Gateshead.
Tinkler plays the ball through to McBride. Heavy ball back to Richardson. At the moment, Mayer shows for Tinkler inside his area. Pumps the ball up towards Rutledge. Ollie wins the header, but can it fall to McBride? And Angus diving in there. It's going to be a yellow card for Angus, is it? No. Gateshead have the ball underway. Hannant, left-hand side. Francis with a proven ball up towards Ollie. His header couldn't find a teammate.
Well done.
But Richardson picks it up on the halfway line. Chadwick back to Hannon now, left-hand side, drives with the ball, but he's got players in and around him covering his run. Gateshead still in possession. It's on the halfway line with Francis. Dinks the ball up, and the execution's not great, and Altrincham can just come away, and the ball goes out of play for a throw on the far side.
That's come because of a lack of options. That given that weak pass away.
We've got 2 minutes remaining here, and as this game and the time tick away, you don't see Gateshead getting into this one unless a moment of magic occurs.
That's excellent.
Well done from Rutledge. Ball over.
Well,
been held up. Rutledge keeps the ball moving to Francis. Francis now, Ollie can bring Hannant into play on the left-hand side. What can he do? He's got men in the centre to aim for. Gets the ball in there. Oh! Well, Panny appealing for something. Ball cleared. As Tinkler stands firm behind Angus, and Osborne does very well to turn and distribute the ball there. Ball over the top for Angus to chase onto. Kent Richardson stands firm, sees the ball out, but we're going to have to start to see something really special from Gateshead to get anything here now. As it looks as if Justin Donowa is going to be the final substitution for Altrincham when there's a ball goes out of play.
Ball.
But Francis can play it into the centre. Can Rutledge hold it up? Turn. Lays it off now to Panny. Oh, he just couldn't get it past the man that blocked him.
Just no conviction behind the shot. Just a little tappy side foot, isn't it?
Yeah, he tried to place that more than anything.
Brilliant ball from Grayson to release Francis, by the way.
Right, what can Gateshead do here as Ollie
the
gets the ball through the centre, pings it out to nicely brought down by Chadwick. Now, ball comes in, it's very deep, it's too deep, it goes behind. And Gateshead not capitalising on the space they create when they create it, and it's been few and far between this afternoon.
Well, that's arguably the best. Now, whether that's number 6 coming off, or we've got 6 minutes added on.
I think we've got 6 minutes added on. Or have we? This is the man that started the afternoon in the middle. Now we're going to see who is coming off.
No, we're not.
No.
Oh, hang on. No, we do.
Yes, we are. So it must be 6 minutes added on. And we have the goal scorer, Al-Mazur, leaves the pitch on the far side.
Yeah, really impressed with them today. I think it's been excellent. Plenty of power, giving an outlet up top. Obviously, got the goal.
In addition, there's a substitute for Altrincham. Leaving the pitch, number 11, Justin Rizzo, being replaced by number 17, Justin Donawa.
Well, Ethan Ross with the goal kick there. We've got about 5 minutes remaining of the 6. Ball pinged up for Angus Dior to chase onto, but it goes out for a throw on the far side. And it's the first time this season, really, we've seen Gateshead at home anyway, where they just haven't got into the game, really. Not in, we've come to expect such high levels from Gateshead. Today is, you would hope, a rare bad day at the office.
I think it will be. I just think that the recent run of fixtures has maybe just been, it's taken quite a bit out of them. That's good.
Nodded on to Rutledge, who chests the ball down, gets it under control. Right-hand side, down towards the corner flag. Needs some support, though. Can he win a corner? Puts it into the middle. Didn't come off anybody. Cleared. And it comes off a Gateshead head as Tinkler. Was he fouled off the ball? Ball comes off.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That is horrendous. It's been taken quickly, and now it's 2-on-1. It's Angus Dior Angus now gets a shot off. Great save. And it's going to bounce. Empty net. Put in. And that is, well, the Gateshead bench cannot believe the officiating. The fourth official doesn't even want to make eye contact. Robbie Tinkler was pushed to the ground. The ball came off Angus, of Dior Angus. And Mark, I'm puzzled to see how that was even given.
I don't understand that one.
Credit to the players that finished the game, put the ball in the back of the net there on the far side.
That's a ludicrous decision. Absolutely. You can see Tinkler's been pulled down. But fair play to the officials because they've continued this absolute horror show right through at the end.
They have. Well, Justin Donaway was the player that scored. Donaway, after the quick throw was taken to Theo Angus, he ran forward and laid it off. But a horror show of officiating this afternoon, and that's might come across as a disgruntled Gateshead fan, but it has not been great. And I was hoping we could get past it from the first half, but it's reared its head again, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally right in front of us, isn't it? And we can see, you can see that the foul there. It's just it's a blatant foul on Tinkler. He's pulling him down. But as I say, this has kind of summed up the officials today.
It has.
But what I would say, Altrincham fully deserve the win.
They do. They've been the better side. Their passing has been more crisp. It's been more precise. And in midfield is where I think the game has been won today.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. 100%. They've been better side. I think across the board, to be fair.
Yep. Well, Chadwick, far side, he has Hannant, who tries to get the ball moving into the box. Cross is deflected out for a throw on the far side, and you would say that Gateshead Panny comes in there. Oh, and nice idea. But yet again, the execution just lacking from Gateshead. And today it'll be a game of, you just got to say that we're going to have to really knuckle down and stamp our authority on the next game, because this one, we certainly didn't do that.
No, Gateshead can't let this get them too much. They've just got to move on and look to that the next game, which is the FA Cup, and try and create new memories in that competition. But Altrincham, as I say, fully deserve the win today. Gateshead just haven't been at the races, been frustrating. The usual patterns haven't quite come off. And it's just a case of put this one behind them as soon as possible.
It certainly has. Well, the ball bounces through as Alex Newby tries to get through, but it goes all the way through. Been impressed with Alex Newby as I was with Con Clark in the first half as well. They linked up very well, very dangerous. But Conor Panny, there was a goal. Prime example of what's happened this afternoon. The passing, the movement hasn't always been there, and Altrincham, as we've just seen, pick up the second ball a lot faster. There's now
good tackle
from Conor Panny.
Let's give it. Oh, wow.
Oh, my word. My word. He's got a yellow card for it as well. Oh, the officiating here at Gateshead International Stadium has been torrid.
I can think of other words.
Wow. Well, we wait the free kick to be taken. It has been. As the ball comes off Conor Panny. Altrincham fans are celebrating on the far side. That side is coming away with 3 points here this afternoon. I believe that might move them up a place or two in the...
I think I'm right in saying Gateshead will stay in the playoffs, so.
Yeah, I think so. Actually, yeah. It's Rutledge. Ball just bounces behind him. Ollie plays the ball forward to Francis. Panny just has to pass it back. There's Gateshead played across the defence. Another poor ball, and that, as I said so many times now in the last 10 minutes, has summed up the afternoon. As Kent Richardson drives forward with the ball now. Panny. Back to Richardson. Inside to Ollie. Ollie to Tinkler. Well, we know Ian Watson and Mike Williamson dissect the games. They'll dissect this one, look for the problems. But I think it will be a case of refocusing, resetting. The FA Cup is around the corner, and we know they don't like to dwell on things. They
will move on quickly.
Yep,
absolutely will, and they'll look at next week and they'll plan and they'll chat with the lads about today. But all focus will go on getting the next training session right, on Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday, whenever it is, and then planning for the FA Cup game at Stourbridge next week. So, yes, not a great day, but it has been rare in this opening couple of months of the season. But they'll move on.
Wow. Altrincham just seemed to be getting to the ball a lot quicker. Get the second ball right there. It's just been that type of afternoon, and it even happens to to the best sides. But you've got to take your hat off and say Altrincham outplayed, outworked, and got the win here today. And Gateshead's passing just wasn't up to the usual standard. But Altrincham, they move forward with 3 points. Gateshead, as we mentioned just in the dying seconds, will reflect, they'll rebuild, they'll dissect and move forward into the next games. But Mark, as the season goes at this stage last year, they were a lot worse off. They didn't have as many players to select from. I know it's, looking back and trying to pick out, a positive, but today they were just beaten by the better side.
Yeah, Gateshead just not at it. Altrincham fully had it, played some great stuff when they had to, made the right decisions, fully deserved the 3 points. I will say the officials were horrendous, absolutely horrendous. From minute 1 to 90 or 98 or whatever it was. Frustrating then in Gateshead. To be fair, got what they deserved.
Yep, it certainly did. Well, Mark, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for everyone on the YouTube stream for the audio and, of course, on National League TV. We give our congratulations to Altrincham and wish them the best for the rest of the season. But Gateshead, it'll be one where they look back on that they don't want to look back on, and we'll move forward. Join us on the Heat Army podcast on Thursday evening where we look back at this, or try not to, and we'll also as well look forward to the FA Cup game away at Stourbridge on Saturday. And as well, if you'd like to vote for the Heat Army podcast and the Football Content Awards, please do so. The link is in the bottom of this video. On that note, we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. And I think it's a few weeks before we've got another commentary, because we're on the road for the next few weeks. But your company is always much appreciated, and thank you for joining us this afternoon.